Yo, yo, fam. What's good? How we doing this fine Tuesday? You got your tacos? It's Tacos Tuesday, man. I had no tacos today. I'm so sorry. But today is a tier list day, man. I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited. Hill Home, what's up, man? Some Glen Vallette, Glen Levee 14. I have not had that. I have not had the pleasure. So you recommend it? What is it, whiskey? All videos done for the week and scheduled up. It's a good day. Hell yeah, bro. So you can chill, relax, and just bask in the tier list madness that's about to happen between all the Brigandine fans. So I think we'll do both tier lists tonight with Grand Edition and also Runersia, because they both do exist on the website apparently. So, and also thank you for checking in with Daily Riff. Shovel, what's up, man? Good to see you. If there isn't a tier above S just called Langelborg, what are we even doing here? I can add it. I can absolutely add it for a meme list, so not a big deal there. Yeah. And we need to go over like criteria. Thank you for checking in, Trouble. My activity feed just went white again. Why? Man, OBS, you're so fucked sometimes, I swear to God. And now I'm not gonna be able to see activity feed, am I? Hold up. Nope, it's just white. It's just white. Can't see a damn thing. Yeah, no, Twitch loves me. OBS does not love me. Like, for some reason, these things like don't work half the time, and I'm so sick of it, dude. To be fair, like everything doesn't work half the time when you're a streamer. It's just a fact. So if I don't see any specific activities, please let me know, and I will be sure to address it. But yeah, right now activity feed is white. So anyway. You grilled ribeyes for dinner? Bro, where is my invitation? Where is my invitation? Medium rare, 2-inch thick steak. Come on, hook your boy up. Go home? You're not supposed to do that shit. You're supposed to call your boy. Yo, thank you for checking in. I have no idea who redeemed that riff, but thank you for checking in. What's up, John? How you doing, my boy? Glen Levee sounds amazing. I just looked it up. Okay. It's a good single malt Scotch whiskey. That does sound delicious. I must admit, it does sound delicious. So for myself, it's Di Serono, Italian liqueur. But yeah, I'll have to try Glen Levee. Sounds fancy. Would you say it's pricey? What's up, Trouble? Good to see you, bro. How's you and Rumi doing? The famous? Yeah, far from it, dude. Far from it. I just work here. Make a backup of all scenes and plugins. Delete whole folder, reinstall, put in plugins from new downloads, import backups. Yeah, that sounds like what I'm gonna have to do. Like do like a full reinstall and save all the plugins. Annoying as shit though, because man, if something just breaks and I forget something, then it's gonna be very, very annoying. But we'll see. I don't know. But like last time, the chat wasn't working properly, and it was mimicking like the activity feed, and they were like clashing together. It was very strange, but it's weird because it's happening after several streams where it doesn't happen. It makes no sense. No sense at all. Don't forget the mushrooms. The mushrooms, what the hell are you talking about? Giant pain, but in my experience that works. Yeah, I'll have to, take time to do that. Who has the time? I'm so overloaded with shit to do, man. So not just like the streaming and the Brigandine stuff on YouTube, but like IRL too. There's a lot of shit going on right now in your boy's life. But yeah, nothing bad, mind you. It's just a lot, very, very busy. I'm doing great, John. I'm doing great. So staying busy, as I said. But the Brigandine stuff is popping off. I'm happy to see the content is succeeding. Numbers are looking good. So appreciate you guys very much for watching and sharing the content, liking, etc. Very curious to see this Runersia one since I know nothing, and very curious to see the OG list because I'm so familiar with it. Yeah, me too. The Runersia list, that one's going to be weird because I think there's way more knights to work with than there are on Grand Edition. If people know the totals, you guys can let me know, but Grand Edition has far more knights than Forsena does, so we have many knights in there that I'm not used to seeing a ton of. I've seen every single knight clearly, but I don't know about every single knight in Grand Edition. So Thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. There's Lazy Nick. So what's up, man? Good to see you. You pulled the E33 riff. Congrats. Boom, boom, boom. I got a nice compliment on my shirt today. So they were a super fan. So as one of the girls that works at the coffee shop that I go to all the time. So apparently she's a big fan of E33. So quite awesome. Jordan, what's up, dude? I've only got a few minutes to watch this live. Is the list over? I just went live, bro. I just went live. So if you have to dip, no big deal. So just leave your boy a lurk, and this VOD will be up on YouTube afterwards. And I'm gonna make like 2 separate videos too, where there's a Grand Edition tier list to watch by itself, and there's a Runersia tier list to watch by itself. So it will be on YouTube, so you can check it out later. And people are gonna, you know, be in the comments fighting it out. I assume I should make some steaks. You should. Medium rare only, right? There's nothing better. Mushrooms on steak, yes. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, portobello mushrooms and, you know, steak sauce. Lovely. If cooked in garlic butter, for sure. Maybe some Worcestershire sauce. I never know how to pronounce that. I don't care. With some small diced onions. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You don't need much. You don't need much. That sounds divine. It's like 65 to 70 bucks usually for the Glenlivet. I see. It's all good there. I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad people are healing up well. Prices are all relative based on how much you have to spend on stupid stuff. Sure. It is not ruinous. Okay, so it won't break the bank. Got you. Hey Russ, welcome in. What's better overall? Low level knight with big potential or very high level knight with low potential? A very good question. So that's what I was talking about earlier, is that we need to establish some like criteria for the tier list on both Grand Edition and Runersia. Like, what are we caring about? Or are we caring about like just growth and how they play in the game? Are we caring about just lore, or are we combining the two together? I just had in mind to combine the two together. Like, how do we feel about the knight overall? Do you like their growth? Do you like their story? Do you like how they contribute to the story and the campaign? Just everything overall, right? What is your overall impression of the knight itself? If the knight just has good stat growth and plays well but no lore, that's like a B for me, maybe. Potentially an A depending on how good they are, but like yeah, an S tier knight has both really good growth, fun to play, and has great lore. So I'll go ahead and spoil it right now for myself. Kilof is a big example of an S tier knight for me. So make Longaborg great again. So we can do it today. We're gonna give him his own tier. So works out for me at least. Yeah. Let's see. Was it like you're so handsome? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, I mean the famous thing. So, well, I mean, if I'm just going off of looks, I'm hella famous, I guess. Bro, you're ridiculous, man. It ain't like that. She's giving Valkyrie Sonari the eyes using the shirt as a way in. I see. Didn't catch that. Is she now a big fan of you? Well, she doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel, so maybe I'll drop that on her next time. So hey, here's my link. What's up, Chaos? How you doing, dude? I heard you have videos of Runersia demo as you guys tried to extract as much info from as possible. Yes. So the only thing we had available, right, was Norzalio, correct? And I tried to get as much footage on that as possible, including like questing guides. So I only had a quest guide for Norzalio by themselves because that's all we could play. I don't remember how many videos I was able to extract out of that, but it was several, you know, and I'm hoping Abyss does the same. Like, maybe they'll only give us Grand Dradnica to play with, and then we can maybe do 2 fights, 3 fights, explore the base building mechanics, like a little taste of everything, right? We'll see how that goes. Low level with potential, in my opinion. Prime example, Cortina is my favorite knight in OG. Sure, yeah. Like, this is why people are going to fight it out, because, you know, between myself and many of you, like, a lot of you are going to value more, like, the growth of the knight instead of their lore. I value both at the same time, but that's what makes it interesting, right? That's the dialogue that's going to have to happen, and we have to come to, like, a consensus. But remember, I'm the one with the mouse. No, I'll be fair. I promise. When are you coming to Wisconsin? We can hang out with Trigger. I mean, wait, you're in Wisconsin too? I actually did not know that. So have you and Trigger hung out in person before? Trigger's been over here to Kentucky several times. At least 2 times that I can think of. Yeah. And we dual streamed together on Brigandine. That was a lot of fun. So I would love to come up north, man. So that'd be really fun. Maybe plan it out during like the summertime or, you know, some point. I would say availability plus mid plus growth potential plus utility. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Oh my gosh. How do we even put this together, man? So help. Send help. High level knight with low potential. So Gilliam. We're not on the Runersia tier list yet. Save it until that time. So are we counting Swordmaster Gilliam? Is that what we're really going to do? Like, that's a highly experimental build, and I'm not sure that should contribute to the tier list. I'm not so sure. I think Gilliam is a meme lord, right? Doesn't he belong with Longaborg? So we just put him in the meme tier. I think we're actually going to make a meme tier, guys. I really do. Because sure, you could say that Longaborg is like, you know, F. I have it labeled S through F because there's a lot of knights, right? So we have many, you know, tiers to work with. So a lot of room to put people where they need to be. But like Longaborg is clearly like F or E tier, right? But if we put him as like a meme lord like he should be, then he should just be an S for meme. No. So just put him in the meme category and then leave it alone. The infamous Longaborg tier. Yeah, he makes his own tier. Mid-level for usability right from start, I mean. I see. So what you think, Jordan, a good example would be like Mira from the Empire and Malay? Those two? I was just talking about your coffee shop girl. Oh, I see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, apparently she's a fan. Yes, give Dragon Faction for demo. I would be a fan of this. Me too, yeah. Because they're being showcased the most, I think that Grand Dranica will be the ones you can play. Maybe they'll give us 2 factions to play as at the start, at least 2. I wouldn't say they would allow us to choose between all 6, but maybe like Grand Dranica and the Samura tribe, right? That'd be cool. But if it's just one, whatever. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? When Trigger meanders down to see his folks, we always tried to get together. I see. Okay. We just hung out on St. Paddy's Day at an Irish pub. It was awesome. Really? That's cool, man. I did not know that you were in the same vicinity. Really awesome. Yeah, I got to come see you guys. That sounds like a great time. It's going great, dude. I saw your latest vid on Abyss, and it's getting more hype with each passing day. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching it and also hyping it, by the way. I keep forgetting that the hype thing is a thing now, right? And it doesn't show like hype like right away for me. It shows like, but like when you scroll down a little bit, it shows hype right there, and you can hype up the video. I don't know what that does really. Does it help the algorithm at all? I have no idea. But if you click it, I appreciate it. So what's up, Broad? How you doing? Good to see you. Ready for some tier list action? I know I am. I've been excited for this all week. Longaborg is X tier. What is X tier, Lou? Is that the meme tier? I thought we were just going to call it meme and then just be done with it. Or M tier. The trial part of the Abyss website, only coming soon, shows what seems video footage of at least 4 main story routes. I hope it lets you play the very start of all 6. That would be insane, dude. That would be insane. If they give me the ability to play all 6 from the start on the demo, that's a lot of content, bro. That's a lot. Like, I can do several guide videos on just that by itself. That's a loaded demo too. Like one of the most loaded demos I've ever heard of in my life. Holy shit, that's insane. I put Longaborg in S tier just because of that nervous laugh he did when talking to Leoness. Yeah, warranted. I agree. Hype is increasing at exponential rates, so calm down, guys. It's okay. So wait until it gets 1 million views, then you can hype it up. No, I'm kidding. So no, it's definitely getting good traction. I'm very grateful. So thank you for sharing, etc. From biodata alone, Longaborg is S tier. He is the brain. He left Vaynard because Vaynard is not good enough for him, and Leonia fell because Leoness didn't use Longaborg's strategy. To be fair, Longaborg has always been very successful whenever I use him. He just happens to crit like crazy, like this past campaign that we did. I don't know what happened to him. He just he found his true potential over the years, and he finally saw it come to light whenever we played that last campaign. kind of a Chad, I must say. I wonder how his like level 30 stat growths are, because I know Trigger did it at one point and I forget what his main stats were. His rune power was garbage, obviously, but like, what was his main stats like? That's what I'm curious about mostly. I never know when hype shows up or doesn't. It shows up underneath the video, like intermittently. Maybe it shows up right away and I forget to press it, but I think if you watch the video for a bit, it shows up on the bottom and it gives you the option to click the word hype, and then it gains points and, you know, ranks up and has like a leaderboard mechanic. It's very weird. I don't know what's going on with it. Like, you know, I don't know how it works. Also don't care too much, but if you guys do hype it up and it helps the channel, I greatly appreciate it. So it would make more sense for them to let you give a try at the start of all 6, considering that's still only 6 points on the map, while on Runersia would be everywhere on the map. Yeah, you're right, because you only can branch out from like one area, right? Yeah, that makes sense, Okay, I see it. It helps boost it in the algo, supposedly. Okay, well, if it does, I'm grateful. Mirror MLA should at least be B tier. Personally, I think they should be A tier. I was considering that too, because like, I love their lore. It's really cool to see their specific scene against the salamander. I think they're A tier for me. Maybe even S, because they can grow very, very well. They're solid knights from the beginning all the way to the end, and they have good lore. So I think Mirror MLA would be S tier for me. Not as much as like paying yourself to promote it, of course. Yeah, exactly. I've never done that before, but you know, I'm not about to start that shit. But yeah, if you want to give me hype points, guys. Leave a like on the stream, etc. Billcock is a meme tier. Yes. So there's several, you know, knights that are going to belong in the meme tier, and we'll name it appropriately. Don't worry. Hopefully between the 4 months of waiting, we get a demo for Abyss. Well, yeah, we'll definitely get a demo, that's for sure. It's coming during the summer, I guarantee it. Probably during July. I would say they'll give us a nice month to play the demo and check it out. Or at least half a month, I would say, a couple weeks. But I think July is going to be when they drop the demo. Pretty sure. Hell, dude, if they drop it during June, oh man, that's all I'm going to be playing all summer. Just the fucking demo. Like, come on. On my videos, I never know if it shows up or whatever. Oh, I see. Do you guys see hype videos? Not hype videos. Do you guys see like the hype button on my videos when you watch it, or no? I'm curious, because I don't think I have to like enable stuff like that. I think it just happens, right? Does that appear on my videos for you guys? I think I've seen it on your videos, Hill Home. Yeah, because I see on Trigger's videos too. Yeah, it's there. I've seen it. It's just some gamified high school popularity contest BS on YouTube's end. Yeah, same. I agree. I dislike such systems. Yeah, there's no reason for it. But like, if it helps algorithm, okay, that's fine. If it's an extra way to get yourself recognized, then sure, I'll support that. Billcock should have had a unique class called Tinkerer, where his abilities involve him summoning mechanical monsters during a fight. Yeah, but there's only one Tinkerer. But yeah, a specific class, yeah, belongs to Billcock for sure. But man, him and Umimaru would be best friends, I think. So maybe a love-hate relationship. I love how every ruler has their way of accepting Mirror MLA too. Drift straight up gaslights them. Yeah. Might be worth it for some of the Abyss vids for you, to be honest. Yeah, I can get a lot of content pumped out of that. So can you. You should showcase it too, man. I think it would do well on your channel too. You love tactics games. Trigger doing it, I assume, and also Pixelgamia and also Frost. Yeah. Golden Week would have been great for demo as one of the 3 longest holidays weeks in Japan, but that is next week, so unlikely as too early. Golden Week? I've never heard of this chaos. What's Golden Week? It's just like a huge week filled with demos or whatever? Kind of like PAX East? I don't notice the hype button on any vid, probably because I'm on mobile most of the time. No, you see it on mobile, but that's where I see it. So like, I don't remember exactly, but I think if you watch a video for a certain period of time, the hype button appears below the video, or it happens at the very start. I don't know. But then you can click it to hype it up, give it some points, and then climb the leaderboards or whatever the hell. Regardless, it supposedly helps the algorithm. So, you know, I'll support it if it does that. Driss should be S tier for personality alone. Best ending in Forcina, giving each territory to his knights and start the war again because it's fun. Drist is us, don't want the game to be over. Yeah. I think that definitely deserves S tier for sure. Personality alone. Yeah, he deserves to be S. I already have some ideas of what my ass tiers are going to be. I just said ass tiers. Yeah, let's make an ass tier. Who belongs in ass tier? Who's just complete and total ass in this game that we just throw them in the ass tier? They don't even belong in F, they're just ass tier. Ironic, Lou, I only noticed it on mobile. Yeah, I only noticed it on mobile too. I've never seen it on desktop now that you mentioned it, Hillholm. I've never seen it. Just don't look at the bottom icons. Usually I just go full screen. That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. If you look at portrait mode, then you'll see hype on the bottom of the video after a bit of watching. Downing, what's good, man? You rock, bro. How are you? Congrats on 300 bench, by the way, for reps. That's huge, man. Huge. You leaving your boy in the dirt. I promise you that. So, heavy respects on that, bro. Congrats. Golden Week is the unofficial and affectionate name for a period that sees a succession of public holidays in Japan, falling at the end of April and running into May. Interesting. Okay. Public holidays. End of April and running into May. Interesting. Okay, so nothing to do with gaming. Maybe it's included, but just public holidays. Okay, I get it. You've never heard of Golden Week? I never have, no. Never. So, if you want to send me links in Discord, feel free. Thank you for tuning in. Basically, 4 holidays in a week period that in a lucky year with well-lined weekend result in 6 non-work days in a week period. Doesn't like Latin America have something like that? Not like a siesta, but there's like a week-long thing of just public holidays, right, where no work is necessary, right? I think Latin America or some Latin American countries have that. Ass tier Zemeckis and Kador because they are the whole of ass. Come on, Bran. Come on, man. You got to respect the power. Golden Week is the time where the usual Japanese corpos that really do discounts do massive ones. Okay. Square Enix is currently having a Golden Week sale. Are they really? I got to check on Steam and also PS5 as well. What's up, Troy? How you doing, dude? Actually, since we're mentioning that, Troy, do you see any like crazy sales on Final Fantasy games right now still on PS5? I'm curious because if the Golden Week is happening right now for Square Enix, then I'm curious. Negative, really? Okay, so maybe just in Japan then. Yeah. I've only heard of it as an event in Dokkan Battle. Dokkan Battle is a DBZ game, isn't it? Maltorifus is pretty bad. He's down there with Bilcock and the other 2 weakest knights in Forcina. I'm not so sure because we are considering how they're able to grow, right? So if they're fun to play, if they have good character growth, if they have good lore bits, like all of that collected together needs to factor into how you rank the knights, okay? So at least for me, right? You guys can stick to your guns if you want to, but for myself, it's like overall knight. Are they fun to play? Do they grow well? Are they highly customizable? And do they have really cool lore bits, right? That's my thing. What's up, Kay? How you doing, man? Good to see you. How was your weekend? You haven't checked lately? Okay. Give a look tonight. Okay, you let me know if you find anything. I'm curious. Here in Brazil, we tend to have some long ones on Carnival, Monday through Wednesday, and sometimes on Easter week too, from Wednesday to Friday, depending on your workplace. I see. Okay. Isn't it full of like parades and stuff too, right? Music and food and all the good stuff. I love that kind of shit, man. Love it. My lore bits are epic. So Hillholm, you think you belong in S tier, or at least A tier? Okay. All right. You send me over a picture, and then I'll put you in S tier or meme tier. 2026, my wallet empty from all those games, especially in March. Me too, man. Me too. My wallet is hollow. You can hear an echo in that chamber. It's pretty bad. One of their second tier major events is Golden Week. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep up with that too. FF7 Rebirth is currently 40% off on Steam as an example. Nice. Luckily, I already have it. I bought that, full price day one because I had to have it on PC. And oh my god, it runs so good on my PC. Love it. And the mods on it, oh my gosh, dude. It is so cool. So cool. Golden Week, as long as as a long period of rest is a good time to release games, demos, and the like, as people would get excited to be able to use their free time to play it. That makes sense. Yes, if I had all week off of work due to the country, then I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna stay home and play games all day, bitch. Let's go. No, I would definitely get out and eat some good food, spend some time with some people, and enjoy the weather if it was good weather. But yeah, if it's a rainy day and I'm off work, I'm inside, bro, drinking coffee and playing games. You want me? You sound like... Wait, what is this emote called, by the way? What is it called? Hellhole Gasp. I love it, dude. I love it. That's the picture that you use for the thumbnail on the tactics thumbnail, right? That's hilarious. I love it. Speaking of emotes, guys, there is a brand new emote on my channel right now for followers. If at least you are a follower, you have a new emote right now. Please use it in chat to see what it is. Speaking of Abyss, which country or faction do you expect to play as first? Grand Radnica. 100%. I've decided. I was fighting between Grand Radnica and Samura Tribe, but yes, for me, it's Grand Radnica all the way. No question. So, first I'm leading towards Mistaina or Pandemion. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, bro. Which is weird because I usually gravitate towards the green faction in the past Brigandine games. Yeah, fair enough. So you went with Shinobi Tribe for your first playthrough on Runersia then? Carnival is like that, yeah, from official parades in big cities to people doing their personal ones, going out to drink and getting their cell phone and wallet stolen as they're inebriated. Good times, man. Good times. Max discount they have is 70%. You mean on Square Enix side? Pragmata, Death Stranding on the beach, Windrose, Screamer. I already bought all AAA and AAA Indie plus the other game that I already bought back in January and February. What was that game, by the way? I'm playing Pandemion first. Very curious about Type F's deal. That's also got me very curious. Yeah, that may indeed be my second playthrough. It's either that or Samura Tribe, I would say. But yeah, in order, I think it's Grand Radnica, Samura Tribe, and then Pandemion. Yeah. Yeah. Is there not a new emote in Twitch chat, guys? Can you check the emotes hill home on your end? For my channel, there should be a new one there. You're playing Pandemion first. Meltorifus, Bilcock, and the other two, whose name I can't remember, of the Terrible Four are the Terrible Four of Forcina, because their stats are bad, even at level 30. It's been 12 years or so since I played. I think I know what the ones you're talking about, yeah. But regardless, we'll get into it here shortly. I'm more likely to start with Scarlet Will, but Samura Clan is a close second. Right, Samura Clan. I gotta remember that. Okay. I started with Caerleon and Shinobi in the past. The Fairy Green faction in Abyss doesn't interest me as much for now. Got you, yeah. The Pirafano. Yeah. Wouldn't know which one was new, to be honest. It's the Rage one. It's Valkos Rage. It doesn't say Rage on it, but you can tell what it is. It's a mean face. It's a mean face. It should be on there. I think I uploaded it properly. Yeah, there it is. Holy fuck. Okay, there it is. There's the new emote. Valkos Rage. You're welcome. Props to Miss Molly for creating that shit for me. Love the way that looks. Love it. Okay, so if you get mad or I get mad, which is bound to happen today, then there's the emote to use. Speaking of Rage, yeah, I needed an animated one. So I need to see if she's able to make any animated ones too. Or you can turn that animated, can't you? Like, it's just a static image shaking around, isn't it? For yourself, replaced Crimson Desert Valor of Man Under the Island, and I might pick up Magical Princess because I'm a sucker for raising virtual children ever since I played Long Live the Queen. I've heard of Long Live the Queen. I have not heard of Magical Princess before. Is it just like a Sims type of deal, or is it a farming simulator, or both? I have no idea. Valor of Man was fun, dude. I loved Valor of Man. Really, really good demo right there. So you picked that up, huh? Also, Replace. I need to get my ass on Replace. I have not bought it yet, but I really want to watch your playthrough. I just don't want spoilers. I really want to play Replaced. There's no time. There's no time. Also, Crimson Desert, I'm heavily interested in as well because of what I've seen so far. That game is... it's out there, man. There's a lot of shit in that game. I did not expect it. So... Capcom is also having a Golden Week sale. Really? I guess every Japanese game company, at least the major ones, are having Golden Week deals. I'm gonna have to look on Steam later to see if I'm missing anything. Pure Fauna is going to be the one faction that will have the react spell. I can see it. Yeah, I think Alice Bell is probably going to start with it, or at least get it after she classes up to tier 2, maybe tier 3. I don't know. Yeah, there's a setting somewhere in emotes, I think, due to certain things. Like this one, I know I did that with. Yeah. So you can make it slide or like do some type of filter, right? Yeah. So maybe I can do like an animation on the rage emote to make it shake or some shit. You want Valkos to rage put Gwingolin in F tier? Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. I will not let it happen. I have the mouse. I have the mouse. It ain't gonna happen. My cousin said I shouldn't buy all of that. I don't have the time playing it, but I told him it's Capcom and Hideo Kojima things, man. I should get it on X day when it releases. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, you do what you want to do, obviously. You know, I know there's not a lot of time to play games, but I've been watching a couple of videos on, what is his name, Shredded Kotaku or something like that. Yeah, there's some really good insight on how to, like, make your games matter more, especially nowadays, because nowadays we just look for sales, we buy stuff, and we never get around to it, right? What he suggested is putting, like, a few shortcuts of games that you want to play on your desktop and do not open Steam at all unless absolutely necessary. And because they're on my desktop, as a limited amount of games that I have to choose from, they look like they mean more. They look like I want to play them more. So that's helped me focus fire some games. I'm also focusing on Fire Emblem 3 Houses on my Switch. That's going very, very well. God damn, that game is long. I'm slow at it. Like I want to do all the shit that is available to me in there and exploring the game, but my God, it is long. Like the first 11 chapters is in part 1. It's crazy. And I put over 40 hours into it already. I haven't even left it on AFK. Like, that game is long, dude. It's insane. It's like you send them to classes, they get skills, then they do stuff after school, like work requests or whatever, and get other rewards. I don't know, it's just fun somehow. Well, yeah, like any like level up system or, you know, skill system is gonna be fun. So, yeah, as long as you enjoy, bro. Love it. Plus, it's cozy vibes too, right? Will you be considering cross-classing as a factor in your tier list? That's a good question. Really, that if you factor in cross-classing into it, then that kind of applies to every single knight that starts at low level. So I don't think we should. I think it should just be: are they? Do they grow well with stats, right? And also, are they fun to play? Do they matter to you as far as like lore goes, or, you know, even just the aesthetic of the character? Sometimes that can turn people off entirely. Like, who is a quest knight for you every single time? Who do you use mostly throughout your playthroughs? Yeah, who gets benched and who gets used, basically, right? So if we factor in cross-classing, it kind of takes away from like the higher level knights like Meligant, for example. But people like rune knights like him, you know, carry their weight in just the lore by itself, you know. Cool characters, and they start very strong. They're fun to use, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think cross-classing should be involved because that can apply literally to every single knight. So almost. Crimson Desert, I am now at 88% achievement. Doesn't have time to continue. You don't have time to continue Crimson Desert? Why? I won't go into details as you don't want to know detailed info beforehand, but there is a faction and one character of a different faction connected with Kraken monsters. I think you may like them. Huh, okay. I wouldn't even know who to consider of that. Not Type F's faction, I would say. Or maybe. Yeah, maybe it's Type F and some other faction. I don't know. Maybe it's like a minor faction, right? Gwingolin is obviously D tier. No, because all them ladies want him. No. Okay. All right, you got me. You got me. Good job. I have a very hard time playing any game without streaming or making videos at this point. I see. Yeah. I understand that vibe, man, because like... well, let me ask you a question, though. Like, do you ever feel like you're missing out on certain experiences if you feel like you have to stream something in order to play it? Like, do you miss just sitting with the game and playing it just for the sheer enjoyment of it? I know I do. And when I reintroduced that back into my life with this game right here, oh man, it hit hard. And I'm so glad I took this one for myself and did not stream it. I'm so glad I did. Do I have Any regrets? No, not really. Yes, it could have been cool to see my initial reactions to the game, but there's so many people to watch out there for initial experiences right here that I've loved to watch, by the way. It's a great watch, but for myself, this was for me. Yeah. We cracking with them Krakens. Limb tentacles will cause a ton of positioning chaos on the field. It'll be insane. I'm ready for it, dude. I'm so ready. Nintendo doing discounts. Pigs may as well fly. They very rarely do discounts, you're right. Even on their own first-party games, Nintendo doesn't like discounts. They'd rather resell their old games at full price. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I don't buy a lot of Nintendo games at all. I can't even remember the last time I bought a Nintendo game, man. It's been a hot minute. Maybe it was Mario Kart 8. That was a long-ass time ago. And I barely even play the damn thing, you know. I have no FOMO ever. What is FOMO again? What is FOMO? I play it when I get to it. I see. I drop consoles after they increase the online service prices in my country. Hate it really. Nintendo and PlayStation should do better service. Yeah, agreed. There's many things to improve. Let's get into the tier list, guys. I'm ready. So, minimize this. And then here is the tier list. Let me get the music back on here, because usually when I go to the game screen, it gets muted. You guys can hear the music still? Fear of missing out. You know what? I've seen the acronym in chats before, and I've never committed to learning what it is. So thank you for that. Fear of missing out. You have no FOMO ever. Really? That's quite the mentality, man. I envy it to some degree, because like that always makes sure that you're pumping out content constantly. So maybe I should adopt that at some point. Increasing price, but never increasing any services on any aspects. By the way, I translated the factions and countries descriptions on the introduction section of the JP site and posted it on Abyss Scrolls. I did see a new message in that channel. I will definitely check that out later. Before we do this, real quick, there is a new producer letter that you posted. I think Chaos, you posted it in Discord. I want to read that really quick, and then we'll get into the tier list. So here is the new producer letter from Masaru Saito on Brigandine Abyss. It says, Part 2, Game Modes and Projects Start Part 2. Hello, this is Saito, who is in charge of the producer of Brigandine Abyss. I am thinking of updating this page every day if possible. I will do my best to update it every day. I have a strong constitution against illness, but I am extremely vulnerable to work stress, so I am a little worried about whether I can update it every day. This time I would like to provide some supplementary information about the modes included in Brigandine Abyss posted on the official website. 2 modes are included, Story Mode and Mission Mode. There will be a story mode with stories from 6 countries, and a mission mode where you can choose one of 24 countries and aim to complete a mission. Since there are multiple stories and missions included, do you have to clear them in order? Some people may think so, but don't worry. You can freely select stories and missions, and you can save 20 times, so you can progress through multiple stories and missions at the same time. That's fucking cool, dude. I love that. I love that. Being able to put one on hold and then go to a different one while keeping that progress, that's huge. This is a continuation of the previous story, Brigandine Abyss Project Start. In 2022, momentum for the Brigandine new project grew within the department, but there was no progress for several months. Was that leaked? I've never seen that before. Brigandine Abyss Project Start, or Brigandine new project? I've never heard of this. Saito was watching such a situation, but at that time he was not in the development team, but in the promotion team. I wonder if no one is going to proceed with a new Brigandine project. I wonder if I should make a proposal. In between promotion work, I secretly started creating a proposal, but I don't know where to start. Please wait until the next time for this continuation. Love it. These producer letters are awesome, dude. I love these. They're great. Okay. That was on the 27th, which was yesterday. Oh yeah, man. Increasing price, but never increasing any services on any aspects. Yeah. So you can't just simply increase the price. Don't increase, service and expect people to continue to commit, right? So at that point, you're depending on diehard fans, and that's not a good business look. That's part 2 from yesterday. He posted part 3 today. Did he really? Dude, what the hell? He posted part 3? Hang on a minute. No, that's wrong. Wait. God damn it. No, I don't want the English site. I want the Japanese site. It's on here. right? Or is it on the English site as well? Maybe it is. Hang on. Let me just check the English site real quick. I don't trust it, but first installment. Yeah. This is the first one right here on the English website. But you're saying there's a third one here on the Japanese website? Wait. Are all of those leaders every faction and 2 from Asgaris? Wait. No, there's plenty of Asgaris ones right down here. You scroll down, you have a ton, and all the freelance knights are below as well. We got them all. Part 3. It's right here. The English site didn't update farther than part 1 so far, sadly. Yeah, they need to get on it, man. So the English website is having some problems. Okay, part 3, story mode and project start part 3. Hello, this is Saito, who's in charge of the producer. This time I will explain a little about story mode. The main mode of Brigandine Abyss is story mode. In the story of 6 countries that resist the evil empire, New Abasloa Empire, that was suddenly established due to rebellion, you choose one country from the 6 countries and play the story prepared for each country. Brigandine Abyss has no connection to the story or characters of the past work. One of the features of this series is that the story of both the previous games is completely original, so I would be happy if anyone could enjoy it, whether they are playing for the first time or those who have experienced the series. This is a continuation of the previous story, Brigandine Abyss Project Start. I secretly started writing a proposal for a new Brigandine game, but I didn't know where to start at first. I was in a state of mind, so I started by reading user reviews of the previous work, Brigandine Lunagia Senki. What does that mean? I read both the high and low reviews properly. Is this Runersia right here? I'm launching a new project. I remember feeling positive. Huh. Okay. No, like this right here, Brigandine Abyss Project Start, that was never leaked ever, right? I really like the dev like this. They also work to hype the consumer. Yes. Reading producer letters is very, very reassuring. I love these. Trying to connect with the community and listening to the community and seeing what they appreciate and what they think could use some work on the game. It's really reassuring. Legend of Runersia, basically, the translation is pretty scuffed. It seems like it, yeah. Got it. Okay, bad job. No worries, no worries. All right, tier list. Let's go. Let's go. Can we start with like main rulers right here? So let's start with just, you know, Lancey Boy, Leoness, Kai, Drist, all the above, right? So every single one of those 6 main leaders. So do we put every single one of the main rulers in S tier just because they're main rulers? Or do we think some of them belong in certain tiers, right? Like A or B? I'm not so sure, right? I think for myself, I'm just going to start things off, right? And people disagree, we can talk it out. So right away, just because I'm biased, I think my boy right here, bam. It's a no-brainer for me. Yes, Vaynard is S tier. Don't at me. There's an agreement right there. If anybody disagrees, please throw it out, and I will happily discuss. We said that Drist is most likely going to be S tier, right? Just because he's Drist, the personality by itself sells it. We put him up there. I would say for myself, Lance goes to either an A or an S, just because. So S because he's the face of Brigandine, right? But also Vaynard is on the main cover of the US version. But Lance is the main character of the story. I don't know. So I'm going to leave him here on A for right now. We can also order them inside the tier as well. Like, do you think Vaynard should be below Drist or above Drist? We can do stuff like that too. Yeah. Kai has to be S tier, easily best spellcaster. I would agree. I would agree. You guys can fight for who you think is the best main ruler of the story. That's going to be some criteria as well. Okay, so get to voting. I think Zemeckis for me is going to be B. Yeah, for me Zemeckis is a B tier right here. Hador. A. Yeah, at least for me. Okay. Lance, a level 30 king, is S tier. You think so? I was considering that too. So you think he belongs up here? The only reason I put him in A, just because, you know, he is the main protagonist and we like other knights better, I feel. But then again, he does have really good growth and he's really, really fun to play. So I think because he's the main face of Brigandine and he's fun to play, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree. Brigandine Abyss Project Start is how he is calling, slowly talking about how Abyss came to be. I see. But there was no leaks, right? Like we had no information about this before, correct? He said back in 2022 is when he had the idea. Best main ruler, I think, would have to go to your boy. He is just all around too good. Yeah, I think Vanern has to be S tier. Well, not S tier, but like the main one in S tier for myself. I think a lot of people would fight me on Drist being right there instead of Vanern, but I'm leaving it right there unless people want to contest it. So again, I have the mouse, but I am very much a negotiable person. So he does start at level 1, so he does take some grinding, so I get why A tier. Well, no, that's kind of the beauty of it, because again, we're factoring in how they grow, what their stats are, you know, at max level, and we're kind of taking cross-classing out of the mix. But honestly, like, cross-classing, it could be better for like one fighter type class to go to a mage instead of another class that has lower intelligence. Runersia is a big example of this. Like, for example, Ferric starts with really high intelligence for some reason and doesn't necessarily cater to the fighter class too much, so he likes to go to the mage class instead of fighter, and then you can consider that to be in a factor too. But, you know, is he fun to play? Is it worth building? Is he a quest knight mostly? You know, depends. It's gonna get really rough once we start getting into like the what are they called? Not the mercenaries, but the freelance knights. Yeah, I'm losing my words. Freelance knights down here, and arguing who is the best in freelance knights. Are they quest knights? Do you like building them? Are they fun to play? Do they contribute to the story a lot? What's up? B Fuller, welcome in. Join in late. This is just a favorites tier list or based on power. This is an overall type thing. So power and favorites, and also do they contribute to the story a lot? So do you like how they are as an overall character, both story-wise and play-wise? Do you enjoy playing the character? Do you enjoy building the character? Do they grow well? Do they have good lore bits? All the above. So we're trying to decide that right now. Why is Zemeckis B tier? That's just me putting him there. If you want to make an argument for it, go for it. For myself, he's the emperor of the story. Yes, he's the main big bad, but like, playing Zemeckis doesn't feel nearly as good as all the other leaders do for me in the main story. And yes, he has strong story bets because he's the main villain, but he's not nearly as fun to play for me as all the other ones. You have to consider certain things. You think Khador has S tier aura? I was considering that too, just because he is the Death Knight, right? He's very hard to contest, and I can make an argument for that. The only reason I would say Khador is an A tier and not S tier is because I just simply enjoy playing these characters more. All the above right here, way more than I do Khador or Zemeckis. So I like Leonia, but sadly she has to be A tier and maybe even B, right? Yeah, I would consider Leoness to be A or B. I would think she would be, gosh, that's hard because she is definitely the main supporting role knight in the game entirely, but also like she can't like go between classes, so I guess we can consider cross-classing to be a thing here. But she also is a big part of the story. She's in the main cinematic as well with the with those runes going into that orb. So like she belongs in A or B. I would say A for myself. Yeah. By the way, we can go ahead and just mix it up right now. Let me go ahead and put my boy up in here in S tier. Right there. For me, Keloff is more fun to play than Lance is because he has the ability to cross-class, etc. And he has high contributions to the storyline as well. He's just a very fun knight to build. He grows very, very well. But, you know, you guys can reorder this and fight over this order up here if you like. But I think Keloff belongs in S tier. He makes one of the best, if not the best, Dark Knight in the game. Yes, T-Mac, Iria is definitely S tier. Hang on, I will catch up with chat, I promise. So, hang on. Where is she at? I just want to get things started here, guys. Iria is S tier. I am very, very biased when it comes to Iria, so you can say she belongs there. You can say, oh, sorry, Lance. No, sorry. She belongs there. I think, for myself, she belongs here. This is my opinion right here on who's the most fun to play and who I like the best as far as the story goes. Just like we're aura farming in the S tier right now. So Vanard and then Iria in S tier in that order in particular. Lance is S tier because he is a good boy. You're banned. Also, he gains Geno Thunder when he becomes king in GE. Yeah, this is true. So he does get quite the upgrade in GE for sure. So he definitely belongs in S tier. I will agree. Just where does he belong in S tier? There's a lot of knights down here, guys. Like, we're going to have a lot to talk about just inside the tiers by themselves and how they're ordered. That's a big thing right there. Big thing. Correct. They didn't leak at all. Basically, Runersia Steam release in 2022 and selling above expectations resulted in the company and Saito want to make sure a new installment in the series. Yeah. So 2022 though. That's awesome. Let's see. Do we agree Khador goes in S tier? I think he belongs in A tier just because I'm trying to keep this as unpopulated as possible because there's going to be a lot of S tiers with a lot of people considering like their favorite characters, who they like to play. There's a lot of biases going to be happening right there. So we have to thin the line a little bit. Do you like playing Khador more than you like playing any of these characters up here? Consider that, right? Also consider story bits, but like for story, you know, alone, I would say he's an A tier. But playing him, right? Do you like playing him more than those knights up there? Cortina is S tier in my opinion. She is definitely, I would say, the favorite in building her. And she has funny story bits. She brings some comedic value. So I can see her being an S tier for sure. But, playing her more than these characters right here as well. Like, is she more fun to play here? Definitely more fun to play at level 30 or level 20 even. Plus she gets crazy rune power, right? So I'll put her in S. I'll put her in S. Where is she? Hello? Hello, Pigtails. I was looking for Pigtails. Like, where are you? Okay. Where do you think she belongs here in S tier, though? Does she belong above Lance? Does she belong above Keloff? Above any of these leaders? I keep putting Lance in A tier. I'm so sorry. Where does she belong? Let's see. Well, now I need to make a video of my tier lists. Yeah, you should. You should. I would heavily contribute to it as well. If you stream it, you know, I'll definitely participate if I'm free. Ads in a few minutes, guys. I'll try to pause the video, or pause for ads here. Or we can still discuss if people are subscribed. I once got Keloff to Ninja Master. It was amazing. Did you really? I've never done Ninja Master. That sounds really, really cool. Really cool. Khador is fine in A in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Starts nearly maxed out. Yeah, there's no room for growth, right? People usurp him quite a bit when you get up to the higher tier levels, and he just kind of falls flat after that, right? Not nearly as fun to play. Banner needs to be in his own SS tier. Okay. I can do that. No, I'm gonna be fair. Bill Cock has to be S tier. We talked about this. We're gonna make a meme category for the meme lords. Hang on. Do this like this, right? Add a row below. Yeah, here we go. And this row in particular. Whoops. Meme lords. What color are our meme lords? Bright pink. There you go. And where is Longaborg and where is Bill Cock? There we go. And where is Longaborg? Boom. That looks better. Yeah. Longaborg leads this tier 100%. Think Dogel SS tier for sure. Okay, so here's my contention on Dogel, right? I love Dogel. I love building him. He is one of the best knights to play in the game, but he doesn't contribute to the story a lot, like at all. So for myself, because of that, like a full collection of everything, he belongs in A tier or at the bottom, near the bottom of S tier. So if you guys want to contest me on Dogel for S tier, let me know. I will go with the majority in chat. So you can usurp me if you want to. Dogel is down here. If I've missed any knights, by the way, in chat, please repeat it. Please repeat it. Okay, he would go right there. See. Bernard, Dokok, yes. Dogel. Put her at bottom of S tier for now. I do agree Dogel is S tier. He's great as an Avenger. Okay, there's a second one. Cortina next to Vanard, and that's only because I'm letting the host's bias win over my own. Yeah. So I figured, because you are a Cortina lover, so I understand. I really do. How's this going to work? Yeah. So Shovel thinks it should be... Oh my gosh. So here's the problem I can't stand with this website is... Wait, no, it does work. It does work. Never mind. I'm just a noob. Shovel thinks this. What do we think about this? Vanard and then Cortina above Iria and Drist? I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now, me and you are fighting right there. So if people want to contest that and try to bring her up further, you can. You could argue Eloot and Gush are also meme lords because of how they react to Lucaria. Yeah, you're right. You definitely are right. So we can put them there for now if you want to. But I do like building Eloot. Like, you give him one more level, he gets Cavalier, right? And you can cross class and do what you want with him. Gush, I don't use Gush, like, ever. I barely use Gush. He just starts with very low rune power at, what, a level 11 monk or level 12 monk? Something like that. You guys can remind me. But, yeah, I don't use Gush that much, man. I really don't. So, where do we think Gush and Eloot go? We're talking about them right now, so... If you mention a knight in chat, I'm going to go straight to that knight and then put them where they need to be. Because there's a lot to go through. And if we're going to do... We're going to do 2 tier lists tonight. We got to get the ball rolling, man. So, ads are starting, guys. 3 minutes. Asmit is D tier for being a cock block. Oh, boy. Downing doesn't like Asmit? Oh, no. But he's such an intelligent young man. Where is he at? So Downing thinks... where the hell is he, dude? Am I blind? Did they forget him? No, he's right here. Okay, I am blind. Downing thinks this. Right there? No. I'm not going to move him yet, but I'm going to wait for people to contest that for sure. I know you're not too serious, but like... Downing thinks this. Alright. It makes me sad to say it. Dan is an A tier. You think Dinadin is an A tier? Okay, hang on. He would be an A tier in Forcina, I think, but very close to S tier. In Grand Edition, there's no question that Dinadin is an S tier knight. There's no question. Like, he goes in S tier. I'm going to give you a break because you haven't played Grand Edition before, but as like a unique Knight Master class, for me, he goes in S tier. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree with this? Right there. Also, would you agree that he goes above Cortina, Lance, and Keeloff, and even Kai? Maybe even Drist. I think he goes there. That's how I like to play it, right? I like to play Dinadin a little bit more than Kai. Kai is just easy mode, right? But he is goated, obviously. Do you agree that Dinadin belongs right there? Let's see. Much respect, but I gotta say Iria deserves the second spot right here in the right next to Vanard. Don't think I've ever leveled Dogel enough to realize he was that good. No, he's amazing. He's amazing. You got to do it one day, man. It's worth it. His low intelligence usually gets me killed. Well, don't put him in front of magic users. So you got to be careful and give him those, early kills, right? But once you start getting him leveled up, he's insanely good, dude. Insanely good. I recommend getting him over to Ranger so he can get hit in away and some agility. But yeah, he's goated, dude. Really, really good. My favorite mage type in the game. I hate Iria, so she can be wherever. You hate Iria? Why? Why do you hate Iria so much? I'm curious. Especially because she has a unique class now in Grand Edition. I know you haven't played Escalio in Grand Edition, I don't think, right? So maybe your opinion would change if you did that. Don't like Cortina that high, but I'm more of a melee lover. Fair enough. If you want to contest it, you can say, I like playing melee over, mage classes. If you think, mage classes are too easy mode and it's like boring for you, then by all means that can contribute, right? But good luck contesting that with other people, I would say. But yeah, where do you think she belongs though? V Fuller, do you think she belongs in like B tier or A tier? Maybe lower. Thank you for waiting for ads, guys, or watching the ads, or AFKing the ads like I do. Ryzen is actually better than Gush, I dare say. Is he really? See, here's the thing about Ryzen and Gush. I've never truly built them. I really haven't. So if you guys have knowledge on how they're built, then that can be your spot right there, and I will trust your judgment. So you think Ryzen is built better than Gush? Asmit being a blue baller definitely fits his name. Asmit, come on, that's kind of a stretch, isn't it? I like Asmit, man. I like Asmit. He's awesome. Asmit should be B tier. Oh, Broad says B tier, and we also had a vote for D tier, so he's going there for now. I'll give my opinion later. I don't remember enough about Dinadan in Grand Edition to contest. Do you not? Dude, he is insane in Grand Edition. He gets Cutaway, which is 50% chance to cut down arrows. He also gets Parry, which has a chance to like bring the damage down by, what is it, guys? 50% or 75%? It's a lot. He gets a Thunder Spell. He gets Heal, Cure. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's like unfair. He's like the unfair knight to fight in the game. No, Dinadan is cool, but not that high. You don't think so? Really? So what are you basing it off, Barad? Are you basing it off of Grand Edition or Forsen though? Remember, this is a Grand Edition tier list, guys. Like, we have the Grand Edition freelance knights down here. So be considering Grand Edition if you have played it or if you have knowledge of it. So you think he belongs below S tier? I need to hear some reasoning on that, my guy. We're gonna fight. Dinadan sounds like the name of a popular recent anime. Really? What anime are you talking about? So. Although I also haven't played Grand Edition yet. Got you. Yeah, I think your opinion would greatly change if you played Grand Edition. So if it was forced in a tier list right here, I would put it in A tier. Yeah, absolutely. Probably A. She's a great knight. Oh, you mean Cortina? Got you. Okay. So I think a few people have already said that Cortina belongs in S tier, so I'm going to keep her here at the bottom. But if more people say she belongs lower, I will put her lower. I meant to say I make Elut an Avenger. Oh, not Gush. Got you. So you make Elut an Avenger. Where do you think it belongs, Downing? I like to build Elut, so I would say Elut is a B tier knight for me. Do you agree? Where is he? In Caerleon, right? Yep. I think he belongs right here. I like to play Elut more than I do Zemeckis. People are gonna fight me on the Emperor, man. They really are. You haven't played Grand Edition in years. I see. Well, you've watched enough that I've played and other people have played, I would say, right? So you have some knowledge there. Not a big Lancer type. I use them, but I prefer other melee types. Got you. Like you prefer like Avengers and Berserkers and stuff like that. Cavaliers. Dinadan in Grand Edition is cracked. Despite his limited spell list, he has a high parry rate and very agile. He's also white and green, which is a rare element combo. It is. So it is. It makes him susceptible to more elements, but he's also doing a lot of damage to the ones that are weak to those elements. So, be crazy. Well, I haven't done this much talking in so little time in a long time. If we consider Grand Edition, he's S tier. Yeah, I agree. No one's contested it so far that Dinadan belongs lower. Low-key, memes aside, Asmit is like a B tier knight. I just hate what he did to Keeloff. I know, it sucks. It really does. Alright, so B tier knight, Asmit right here. For myself, I would say he belongs below Zemeckis. Yeah, he's just a bishop and goes to Cardinal. He is very good. But yeah, the play, I like playing Zemeckis more than I do Asmit. Dandadan? That's what it's called? The anime is called Dandadan? What the hell is that about? Dinadan is S in either version. I would put him one lower because Kai is just a beast in human player hands. Okay. So you think Dinadan belongs below Kai? Do you all agree? Right now, it's 1-to-1. I think he's more fun to play than Kai, but You know, I'm more of like a jack of all trades type of person, and I love like the melee interaction that he has in Grand Edition. And again, your opinion might change when you play him in Grand Edition. I'm not sure. But do you guys agree that Dinadan should be below Kai? He's low B, high C on the, oh, for Asmit, you mean? Who hasn't called him Asmit? Yeah, I know. I've done it before. I know. Oh, for Elut, low B and high C. So you think he belongs down here? Would you put him below Asmit right here, you think? Miss Murber time, what's up, Miles? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for the new emote, by the way. Rage is now live. I messaged you in Discord about the U-Rock one, so the text turned out to be a little bit too small. But I think I see a message down there in Discord. You may have gotten back with me. You just fixed the other one? Okay, I will take care of that. Maybe during stream today. It might actually work that way. So, no, I would have to do some edits, so yeah, I'll take care of it after stream. Thank you, though. Yes, that'll be awesome. But yeah, if you want to test out the Rage emote, it's live. It's currently live for all followers, at least. Lufal is for sure C tier. You think so? Okay. I don't have a current opinion on Lufal right now, but if people want to contest a C tier for Lufal, I'm all ears. Let's see. Where are you? Here he is. Okay. Doesn't he have like a weird backstory with his father? Like, isn't he kind of an asshole? Like Lufal himself? What's his bio like? I read it in the ASMR stuff and I forget his bio. I'm also an odd one because I never multi-classed until watching you. It never even occurred to me. That's right. You were the one that didn't experiment with that kind of stuff. So now that you've got your like hands dirty with that, are you enjoying that aspect? Is it worth it to you? Some people just don't even bother. They like the stat growths of just the generic class line, which is also very powerful. So I would have Elut below Asmit. Got you. Okay. I'll keep him there. I'm cool with that. Brigandine is S tier. S tier Brigandine. Okay. Okay. For me, Brigandine is A. I like other archers better than Brigandine, but right now I'll put her in a low S. Where is she? Here we go. What do you guys think about Brigandine being an S tier? I think she belongs in A tier, above Kador, maybe even above Dogel for me. Yeah, those two kind of fight between each other, but like she does contribute quite a bit to the story, I must say, so I wouldn't be upset if she was an S tier. I'm not going to fight you that hard, but I think she belongs in A tier. Darkman, what's up, dude? Good to see you. How are you? Let's see. Honestly, Dinadan for me is a melee version of Kai in that he can deal that much damage with just his normal attacks. Albatross deals a ton of damage too. This is also true, yeah. So maybe they're just neck and neck. I mean, just pretend they're a tie. Just pretend they're a tie and just merge them together. I can't do that though. Soleil is definitely at least top end of A. He's fantastic. Yes, yes. For myself, Soleil is S tier, like low S tier. S tier is getting very, very full right now, but we have as much room as we need, clearly. But yeah, I think he's S tier. Shovel says at least A tier. What do you guys think? Pretty sure I know what's going to happen there. Where are you at? What do we think about Soleil being the top of A tier right here? Want him there, or do you want him in S tier? The rune power speaks for itself. The rune area also speaks for itself. He has a really cool backstory with Shootlaeus, and they have quite a bit of dialogue too. And his backstory is that his mother was captured by the Empire, right? And he's forced to fight for the Empire. So, what do we think about Soleil? I would put Dinadan below Kai, though, as Kai has a lot more utility. Okay, I'm cool with that order right there. I'm not going to contest that much. I just personally like playing Dinadan more than I do Kai. Aldous is probably a pretty high tier also. Yeah, I agree. Just because she comes with the good old Puro, right? And she's a great knight in and of itself. She comes with crazy high rune power and intelligence, right? At level 10. So the fact she's level 10 too also gives her room to grow the proper way. Where is she at? Freelance Knights. There she is. So Aldous right here. Do we think she belongs below or above Soleil? What are we thinking here? Why can't I put her over here? There we go. Let's see. Did they just announce a new one? Yeah, it's been announced since the end of January, but the release date for Brigandine Abyss, the new one, is coming out August 26th on Steam, and then the following day, 27th, on Xbox Series XS, PS5, Switch 2. Yeah, those three. Those three. I'm so hyped for it, man. I really am. Can't wait. A weird, somewhat comical supernatural battle shonen that apparently is really good. I need to check it, but I hear very good things about it. Weirdness aside. Okay. Sometimes weird is all you need, man. Soleil is S tier as far as rune power and stats. You're right. You think it's warranted enough with his backstory? Does he contribute enough to, like, he's fun to play, he has great stats, he contributes to the story enough to put him in S tier? I think he belongs in S tier, in my opinion. Like low S tier, maybe. Lufal is following his dad's footsteps. It's implied that his dad is either dead or gone for milk. What? Gone for milk? But the former makes more sense since Lufal doesn't harbor any hate towards him from what I saw. Is that a typo? Gone for milk? Fuck. Sergey and Harley should be S tier. Oops, wrong game. No, I don't want to do a Chrono Cross tier list right now. No. Sergey, listen to me. Surge. Yes, Surge. Maybe it is Sergey. What do you think about that? Gwyngalane A tier. For me, he belongs S tier, but that's me being very, very biased. I'm happy with him in in A tier. The question is, where does Gwyngalane belong in A tier? Gwyngalane is my favorite knight in the entire game. I love his aesthetic. I love his dedication to the country, and also Vanard and his cause. I love that he's called the Silver Knight. It's really, really cool. I love that he has one eye missing. No. So we think he belongs in A tier. I would put him above Lyonesse, Kador. For myself, he belongs above Dogel, Soleil. Yeah, for myself, he belongs right here. I'm cool with him being right here below S tier. If it were me, he would be up here, for sure. I'm not sure exactly where. Probably right above Kilov. But yeah, that's where he belongs currently. If you think he belongs lower in A tier, you let me know. Okay, good. I'm fine either way in OG or GE. Depends on the night, the run vibe I'm going for, and if I finish fights the best levels to make the switch. I see. I don't use archers much, so can't have an opinion about branching. Got you. Do you have any opinions about, like, the story, though? Like, you've seen the characters inside the storyline and seen some dialogue, I would assume, right? So, if that contributes enough, then you can tell me. Soleil is S in my opinion. Lucia is B tier. You think Lucia is B tier? Oh, man. That's a hot take, I think, man. I love playing as Lucia. I think Lucia is A tier for sure. Maybe has potential to be low S, but you think she's B, huh? Okay, Downing says that Lucia, my favorite archer in the game, I think. Yeah, 100%. Belongs in B tier right here. What do we think, guys? Rudo is S tier? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Give it time. It's already an hour and 20 minutes in, man. This tier list is already going to take hella long. So, and if it's just this tier list tonight, that's perfectly fine. I don't think we'll get into any Runersia tonight, guys. I'm not so sure. Or we may just, like, save Runersia tier list for the next stream and then do some gameplay tonight on some battles. I would like to anyway. High rune power already puts Soleil in S tier. Plus he is a bishop, meaning plenty of heals and divine ray. I agree that it puts him in A tier, but I think that puts him in an A tier at the start of things. S tier means like he has an interesting backstory along with him being fun to play and also utility, right? I'm cool with putting him in S tier because of that. But yeah, I think just from a gameplay standpoint, you need to consider that being like lower than S tier. What is the deciding factor that puts a knight into S tier besides being fun to play and stats, right? There's got to be a little bit more. Do you like the aesthetic of the character? Do you like their bio? Do you like their background? Do they contribute to the story a lot? That kind of thing, right? For right now, I think I'll put Soleil right there. If you guys are cool with high A tier, then I'm good with that. Let's see. I agree with Daffy as C tier. He's great as a Shogun. Yeah, he's decent as a Shogun. I could even see an argument for Daffy being low B tier, but I'm cool with him being on C. I would put him above Lufal for myself. So, do we agree with that? Aldous starts at level 10, meaning cross-class potential. Yes, yes. Plus Puro is the strongest monster you can get for free, only slightly above Gan. I forgot about Gan. Gan comes with Kaizen, right? Yeah, I love Kaizen. Kaizen is S tier for me. I love Kaizen, dude. And it's hard to get him too. And it feels really, really good when you can get him. Aldous as a character is A. Aldous, if we include recruitment criteria, is mid B, because I have to force myself to recruit here. Oh, so you see it like as the criteria as a detriment to her ranking. Interesting. Okay, do you guys agree with that? That it's like that takes away from Aldous's ranking, that you have to go down to 3 castles to get her? It takes a lot, I must say. That's a good argument. I like that. I like that. So right now, I guess she would go down a rank because of that. You know, I'll just move it ever so slightly. You guys can contest the order inside the rankings later, I suppose. Or now. I just love Daffy's comments in battle. His lore isn't anything special, but he's so funny. Yeah, he's got some great comical value, so that deserves, you know, some rankings up there. As I said, you know, maybe even low B tier for me. Bagdamongus C tier, B tier personality, but I can't put him at the same tier as Zemeckis. You can't? Really? Interesting. What about putting him at the same tier, but much lower? I would put, like, how can you not put Bagdamongus in B? His name starts with B. Doesn't that contribute? No. I think he belongs low B tier right there, just because of the comical value, and also how he interacts with Ulster and the rest of the gang, and also his crazy amount of attack power. You put him with a Halo, you're done. You're done. So I think it belongs there, but I can contest for C tier later. You make an argument for it. Gone for milk is slang for left the family because the dad is a piece of crap. That's what I remember. Okay, so, but it didn't say that in his bio, right? An alternative to that would be went to get cigarettes. I've heard that before. Okay, I got you. Usually those two gets followed by and never came back. Okay. Yeah, that's fair with Gwingalaine being an S. Was debating those 2 spots. Okay. I am cool with putting Gwingalaine up here in low S tier. In fact, I would put him above Brigandine, in my opinion. I'm cool with you guys keeping Cortina right there. I understand the bias, right? I'm cool with it. I can't let my biases, you know, contribute too much. If you want to bring him down lower, if you think he deserves to be lower, you let me know. Remember, this is comparison style, guys. Like, if we're like moving stuff around and you think they belong somewhere above or below a certain knight, hit those 2 knights together and let me know where they belong. The boy she accidentally shot would agree with that placement. Jesus. He forgave her, man. No, she couldn't tell him. She never did tell him, did he? No, did she? That's right. That's right. But he lived as a, you know, permanent cripple. Sorry. I don't remember how good she gets, but I remember Lucia being great as an Artemis. She's wonderful. She's great. I'd be cool with A tier for Lucia. Okay. I'm going to bring her up above Zemeckis right here. I feel like at some point Zemeckis is going to have to get higher, though. Maybe. Depends on how you guys see it. You think she belongs in A tier, though. Those 2 spots, yeah. Where do you think Charlene, Mira, and Hallie belong? Oh my god, 3 characters at once? You're killing me, bro. No, I'm kidding. Right away, Hallie is an S tier. That's a no-brainer for me. Hallie is S tier. She's here. Yep. The question is where? Like, she is overpowered. She belongs with Dinadan, I think. Like right below him. I think Hallie belongs right there. You can let me know. That's my opinion. Charlene is really, really good as well. Yeah, right here. She's called like the snow something inside the inside Leonia. I forget the name. Charlene for me is an A tier. I would like playing her more than Kador. Right there below Aldous for now. Yep. I think she belongs right there for myself. And who else did you say? Mira? Mira and Malay both are like high A tier for me because they start really, really well. They're usable from the very start and they're fun to play the entire time. I would even contest that Mira and Malay belong low S tier, right? But I'm going to put the twins on high A tier above Soleil. for myself. If you think they belong below that, then you can let me know. That's where I think they belong. Again, I am a reasonable man, so if you want to make arguments, please do. If she missed, the boy would probably rate her higher. Okay. So enough jarring on my girl Lucy. Okay, I'm cool with her being high B tier. I'm cool with her being there. Although she's very, very good as an archer. What do you think, Charlotte? Oh, yeah, I did that one. Kai's little sister is a better archer than Lucia. Yeah, she grows better, right? So Marriott, so we can put her like, what would you say? A low to mid A tier? Would you put her above Charlene? Above Kador? Where's she at? Plus she has like a ton of personality, right? Like she belongs pretty high in my opinion. For myself, I would put her right... Oh gosh. For me, she goes right there. Yeah, she goes right there. Okay. Let's see. Victoria is a meme for sure. She is the Longaborg of ladies. I see. Just because of the rune power. I mean, like, she has some comical value, but she has some pretty decent, I would say, magic power to make up for that. But I'll put her here for now. I think she belongs right there. Like, who is the most memed inside the game? Here, and then I guess there? I don't necessarily see her as a meme, but like, you know, just low rune power. But I do use her whenever I need to, but like, it's only when I need to. She quickly becomes a quest knight later on. So if we were to seriously rank her, she's in D tier for me, right there. But yeah, if you guys want her in meme tier, then sure. Getting Aldous lowers her ranking for me too. You also need to meet her first in initial quest. Yeah, you're right. You have to proc that quest first and then get down to 3 castles. So it's just an annoyance. So yeah, I agree. Victoria's hot though. Yeah, I know. Well, they're all hot. There's hotter knights, man. I must say. So, hello, Lucara. Bagdemagus is better than Zemeckis in my opinion. You think so? I was thinking that too. Like, I think he's more fun to play than Elut and a better character. I think he's a better character than Asmit. So you think he belongs right here, huh? Man, poor Zemeckis getting shafted, dude. Poor Zemeckis. Okay, so we think it's there. Do you guys agree? Do I agree? I definitely would play him more than I would Zemeckis. Okay, they both contribute quite a bit to the story. Zemeckis more so, he's the big bad. But yeah, he's getting shafted pretty good. Poor boy. Victoria out-sassing Sierra, despite her being lower level, is peak cinema. You're right. Doesn't that happen in battle when they are together? Yeah, when they fight each other. Yeah, that happens in battle. Also, her doting on Iria enhances her ranking for me. I would put her on A tier. Victoria? Oh gosh. So you think she belongs in A tier, huh? How do we feel about this, guys? Victoria being A tier. Like, I would say at the bottom, right, Lou? Like, story and dialogue is contributing a lot for Lou right here on Victoria. I haven't really heard any other opinions besides meme queen and also A tier. What do we think about Victoria being low A tier? Is there a way to save this, by the way? I don't want to lose everything. Also, refreshing the website is probably going to reset it, right? I hope it doesn't crash. Shred, I feel like, is low C tier due to abysmal rune power. Yeah, like, him having high strength is really, really cool, and it's very annoying to fight him, but that doesn't save him a ton. Plus, it's a kind of a cool backstory where he gets released, right? Where's he at? I don't have too many opinions on Shred, so you say low C tier right there? Gwendolyn is a loyal bro, so I agree with your placement. Yeah, low S tier. I agree too. I think it would result in some grade lowering. Same for the Dark Knight of Runersia, as that requirement makes him really unviable. Yeah, the Zenith I don't think would make like above a B tier inside Runersia, just because of that. High level Dark Knight is cool and everything, but yeah. Shred is god awful. Here's the Garbo Knight when you're about to lose, so you can lose faster. That's a funny quote. I love that. He just got knocked down to D tier because of that. No. So, are you cool with low C tier, Shovel? The boy did know that Lucia was the one who shot her at the end, and that's when he forgave her. Oh, right, he did know. I completely forgot. I forgot about the Halo strat. Okay, Bagda Magus is at B. Okay, so you agree that at that placement? Give me ninja or give me death. Yeah. Shast is either C or D. He's good early on as a grappler, but becomes a 3rd or 4th team knight for Kilion as quest knights level up. Yeah, I constantly use Shast. And I've seen like well, I've done it too, but I usually cross class him into like a barbarian class and get him either like a champion Dark Knight or champion Avenger cross class situation going on. So yeah, Shast for me belongs in B tier, I think. Where at though is the question. I like him more than Elut, like him more than Asmint, Zemeckis, even hell, I would even put him like top B tier, actually. Honestly, for myself, he belongs right there. Yeah, right below Lucia. Do you guys agree? Hector A or B tier? You think Hector belongs A or B tier? Well, he's already in B tier right now, but do you agree with his placement in B tier is the question, Downing. So, in GE, Hallie also joins any country near the end to fight Bullnoil. Oh, does she? That's right, she does. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot. Hallie is low to mid A tier for me. Pretty good, but she leaves, which is irritating. Well, yeah, but like, considering like how she contributes to the story, I think she belongs at least in low S tier. But you think she belongs in A tier, huh? I can put her down like this. I haven't heard anybody contest it, so Hallie's going right there for now. Between me and you. So Lance shooting his shot at them also deserves A tier. Shooting his shot at who? What do you mean? Oh, you mean wait, what? At the twins? I don't remember. I forgot about the Halo strat. I read that. Escalado should be high B tier and Marriott should be low A tier. Marriott low A tier, huh? So you would put her below like all of these knights right here, even below Victoria? So I contest that she belongs, if you say that, low A tier. Maybe right here. Yeah, either there or just above Leoness. I think she probably belongs there then, if that's the case. Like, Kador's goated. I love Kador, right? Death Knight is Death Knight, to be clear. Plus the backstory on Kador is really cool. Kind of makes me want to push him forward a little bit more. Esclados, let me get him high B tier real quick. I think I agree, right? There's no room for growth, but he's a very powerful knight just the entire time. You're constantly using him, so high B tier, and he's fun to play. So, especially in Grand Edition. Shoguns are great in Grand Edition. Time for bed? No worries, man. Thank you for hanging around for a while and contributing. So, hopefully you'll get to check out the rest of the tier list later on the VOD. You have a good one, dude. I definitely forgot I'm supposed to factor in the story elements I haven't watched in years. Yeah. So definitely consider what you know of the story. So if not, you know, I'll still listen, clearly. But, you know, we can give you some backstory on certain characters. I can't do every single character. I forget most of these backstories down here. But I do know a few. Leoness seems low for me. She is so good. Okay. So you think she belongs higher than this? Where do you think she belongs? Like, I need a comparison if you wanted to go higher than Marriott, Kador, Charlene, etc. I think Zemeckis is high A tier due to being an archer and having Geno Thunder in Forcina. We got to keep in mind, this is a Grand Edition tier list because we do have the rest of the freelance knights here. So throw Forcina completely out of the water, guys. Like, it's not going to contribute whatsoever. If you don't know Grand Edition, then that's fair, right? Just go with what knowledge you do have. But if you can, try to factor in as much Grand Edition as possible. But yeah, I'm cool with Zemeckis being in A tier, if there's a good argument for it, right? Where do you think it belongs? Right here in A tier, would you say, Downing? Because in Grand Edition, consider this, right? He can no longer move and shoot. He gained a range on his bow attack, though, but he has to stay put in order to use it. He gained a melee attack. and he also lost Geno Thunder, but still retains power. All of that factoring in. What do you think? Zemeckis can snipe and tank at the same time, though. You're right. You're right. Hey, good point. Zemeckis, I'm surprised, isn't A. He's a monster. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let's put him right here. Are we cool with him being below Leoness? Right here? That's where I would put him. But if it wants to be contested, you guys can tell me. This is fun. This is hella fun. I'm having a great time. I could do the whole stream like this. You can change the thumbnail later. Let's see. Bottom A tier. She does not have any good gross, though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Victoria. Leoness is A tier because her stats are amazing, but her story is boring. Yeah. I can see that too. Even though she's my favorite leader to play, I can admit that. Yeah, I agree. Shast is either C or D. Really? He's good early on as a grappler, but becomes a 3rd or 4th team knight for Caerleon as quest knights level up. Wait, so what do you mean? Like a 3rd or 4th team knight? You mean you still use him, right? As a quest knights level up, or do you turn Shast into a quest knight? That's what I'm curious about. I think Shast belongs in B tier for sure because I use him constantly. But if you want to contest it, that's perfectly fine. I can throw him down like right here on low B tier for now. Even though I don't agree, but I'm cool with him being close to the bottom right there. I would put him over Eloot. Low C is acceptable for Shred, or for who do you mean? So you got to give me names because I'm reading a lot of chat. Now Torifus and Anid has to be low, right? Part of the story, but you lose them. Well, yeah, you lose them, but like if you have that knowledge, then it's not so bad. But if you're a brand new player to the game, I guess that can factor into it. But the fact the story bit is really interesting to me. Like, in fact, it's probably the most interesting story bit in the entire game for me is Maltorifus and Anid getting possessed. Okay, spoiler alert. Getting possessed by Bullnoil, right? And you have to fight against them. But they if you say what, C or D, or high C tier for Lu. Who said low? Oh, you just said low in general. Okay, I got you. What tier do you think they belong in? Lou says Anid and Maltorvis are high C tier for me because they turn into Alwyn and Gaheris respectively. C because you lose them as Ascaris. Yeah, fair enough. For myself, I think they belong in like the lowest B tier. I can see the reasoning behind losing them, right? And not being able to use them in the final bits. But the story is really cool. I think that warrants the lowest B tier. What do you think? Either the lowest B tier or I'm cool with the highest C tier. I like using them quite a bit, but losing them, it does suck. I agree. Huday is S tier story-wise, and let me take care of Maltorifus and Anid real quick. So I'm happy with them being, where's he at? Right there. Anid over Maltorifus, in my opinion, as far as playing them. Huday is S tier story-wise and cross-class wise. He also recruits Limelight and Pierner, who are absolutely cracked if you invest in them. I agree. I was thinking about Huday for quite some time today, and he definitely belongs in S tier. The question is where? Where is he? Here he is. Okay, Huday. Doesn't he belong like right next to Cortina? Maybe? Right there? This is a super interesting character, man. Has a lot of story behind him. Like the longest extra dialogue I think we see in the game from a freelance knight. Few seconds behind Leoness should be mid to high A tier for me, but that is also mostly gameplay based. Got you. Are you cool with her being right here, I guess? Above Zemeckis and below Marriott? All that factored in, bottom A tier. For who, Downing? Sorry. Oh, Zemeckis, you mean? Bottom of the A tier? So you think he belongs right there? Below Victoria? The Trader Gish makes the A tier cut. Okay, all right. I love Gish. Gish is one of my favorite knights in the game. He's awesome. So yes. For Gish, I'm happy with him being an A tier. Where do you think though? I like playing him more than Khador. I would say more than Charlene. No. I think he belongs right there. Yeah. Right above Khador. Yeah. That works, Shovel. Okay, cool. If we're relocating Zemeckis in A, put him above Khador. You think he belongs above Khador? I disagree. I think Khador is far more fun to play than Zemeckis is. I know Zemeckis has the utility, but considering Green Edition, like even Forcina, I think Khador is more fun to play. But you think he belongs right here? I'm going to put him here just for now, and we'll see what chat says. Do you guys agree that Zemeckis is better than Khador as an overall knight? I think Khador is like far above, honestly, Zemeckis, considering how more fun he is to play and also his story. Consider his story. Hear me out. Story-wise, his expanded lore in GE elevates him for me. You mean on Zemeckis? I agree with that too, yes. I didn't consider that too, because like he is quite the Chad near the end of the game. But yeah, for me, it's Khador above Zemeckis. I can agree with B for Anita Meltorifice. Oh, you can? Okay, so we'll put Anita Meltorifice at low B tier. I think it's a decent spot for them. The story does quite a bit for them, and they're fun to play while you have them. But losing them bumps them down quite a bit. Otherwise, they're going to be like S tier knights or high A tier. I will never not say Hyuday is S, one of my favorites. Yeah, Hyuday's goated, man. Love him. He's great. Takes a while to build, but he's awesome. Limelight has mid rune power, is mildly difficult to get, but his intelligence makes him a disgustingly powerful mage sorcerer wizard. Even better than Gish, even without potions or questing. So for Limelight, yes, I think he's B tier. Yeah, Limelight for me, because he's really powerful as a mage, but doesn't have a ton of story. Like he has quite a bit with Hyuday involved, but I think high B tier or low A tier for Hyuday. Not Hyuday, Limelight. Where you at? But I do need to see who we have up there, by the way, because that's contributing to my my bias here. He would be above Esclados for me. Even above Victoria, I think, for me. Honestly, maybe he belongs right there, right below Marriott. What do you guys think about him being low A tier, above Leoness? Yeah, I think a more interesting story than Leoness, I would say, or side story. Completely different race, the elves, right? He's the only elf race in the game with Purner. Sorry, voice is going quickly. Above Cortina because he can recruit 2 more knights. I can see that. I can see that. Hyuday goes here. Shovel, are you okay? Are you okay with this? With Cortina for me because I usually pair them up. Oh, Hyuday and Cortina, yeah, a match made in heaven. I 100% agree. Hyuday the high dude, we love you. We do. And that works? Okay, cool. Cool. Limelight arguably has the highest intelligence in the game, despite the low rune power. You can give Gish and Kai a run for their money, but only if you invest in them. Yeah, you're right. You are definitely right. I agree that Zemeckis is stronger than Khador. You agree that Zemeckis is stronger than Khador. Okay. I'm cool with the order right there. I'm not going to fight it too much, but you got me. I don't agree, but I'm cool with him being right there. Zemeckis is the reason the game. Oh wow, Shovel. I think you did it for me. Zemeckis is the reason the game happens. Yes, I know Bull and Oil, but GE or not, I can't completely ignore the original Forcina where he was the main villain. Yeah, I can see that. In fact, yeah, he's the reason the game happens. Wow. Yeah, you got me. That's huge. For me, anyway. Maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit. So, if you think he belongs lower, you can tell me, but that got me pretty good. So, good statement. Love it. Hyuday's name actually rhymes with rude. as in GE, they pronounce his name as Huro. Okay, interesting. Garant is A tier for me, such a loyal knight and an awesome mentor for Lance. A tier for you, okay. I think Garant definitely belongs in S tier knight, just because he's Garant. I mean, he's like the one knight that you think of who, like when you think of loyal knights, right? Brigandine, yes. Guimoule, yes. But Garant is like the loyal knight of Brigandine. Let's be clear. I think he belongs right there. Yeah, I think he belongs low S tier. Are we cool with that? B Fuller. You think he belongs there? Let's see. I'm losing chat. Sorry. Hang on. Shovel Bullnoil actually does show up, and it is actually revealed that he is the main cause of the chaos. Yeah, he is. Yeah, but like, again, the reason that the game happens is because of Zemeckis. That's the main plot right from the get-go. It's like Expedition 33, right? The main plot is there's a paintress, you know, and then that's the initial startup point, right? You know that you have to go kill the paintress to stop what's going on in Lumiere, right? That's the main plot bit. It's like that. But yeah, I think I like Zemeckis where he is, but maybe I overdid it a little bit. Hyude is one of the few knights who leaves on a quest as soon as you get him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hyude is my favorite male knight. Either way around is fine. Ours still has its issues. Zemeckis can even use it on himself. You plan for it. Yeah, and the AI usually does that, by the way. Even if Bullnoil is influencing things, Zemeckis clearly has a rubber arm to twist. Yeah, precisely. He has his own motives, right, in order to pit Almiki against each other. Or to take over, right, the throne. Shogun is cracked in GE, so Garant being an S makes sense. Yeah, I agree. Garant is awesome. I'm okay with Garant in S tier, just trying not to let my bias show. It's very hard. Now, like, I'm having a very hard time over here because, like, I have to contest with all of you guys. But I think, like, we're pretty much in agreement so far, right? So, do we like the list, how it looks so far, guys? On talking about villains, I can imagine Chaos Solus likely to be S tier if playable somewhere. His Brigandine is so damn cool. It is. Like, I didn't even notice, like, the cosmic coloring of the armor. I thought it was just, like, dark, but no. When I pay close attention, especially on the website, it shows that it's, like, galaxy inside the Brigandine armor, or, like, an arcane armor. It's a really cool aesthetic. So, it's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm ready. 3 long-range slashes makes Shogun one of my favorite classes. Yeah, fair. It's probably the favorite class, I would say, among all Brigandine fans. I think low S is good. Okay. Who else have we said that I haven't gotten to, guys? Have we done all the main rulers? I don't think so. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got all the main rulers. Okay. Did we get all the advisors? We got Kilof. We got Longaborg. We got Dinadan, Iria, Garant, Marriott is there. I think they're all there, pretty sure. On the animated cutscene where we saw him before, he is cool, but his art is the website, and the website is way cooler. I agree, yes, it shows it off very, very well. Chaos Solus's class is also Abyss Emperor. That's sick. I love the name. That is sick. Considering the game is called Brigandine Abyss, that means a lot. It does. Yes. There's gonna be a lot of backstory behind this this Brigandine armor, man. I'm excited to uncover it. I really am. And is there going to be like a big bad at the end of the story after you know, destroy Chaos Solus? Or does he turn into something like godlike later? Is there something like the Rune God or Andorian going on, right? Who knows? Paternus is low S, high A. Interesting. Okay. I think just because he's so fun to play, because he's a cardinal that can go toe-to-toe with a melee fighter. I think low S is a good spot. Downing. Yeah, I like him right there. Do we agree Paternus belongs right there? I think so. I think so. I'm gonna pick one at random. Ooh, Shiraha. Shiraha, you have to destroy the Empire in order to start using ninjas, right? Or if you are the Empire, you can only use Shiraha as a ninja, or can you use anybody else as a ninja? You can't. Can you cross class to a ninja if you're playing the Empire? I don't recall. Shiraha for me, that's hard actually. He is the ninja class and the only ninja that you come across in the game early on that exists. That's hard. There? I'm not sure. I do use him all the time. He is in a team at all times. He doesn't quest. Big ninja love. Yeah, I know he'll home on some high. Back to this Shiraha being able to unlock the ninja class for every... Great minds. On high A tier for me. Kaizen is in a low S because he has Gon and the Dao with him. I forgot he had the Dao with him. What's the Dao's name, by the way? I forget entirely. Kaizen, low S tier, you think? Where is he? That would mean he's below Paternus. I don't think so, man. I think he belongs right there. At least for now. I think he can contest a low to mid, a high low to mid S tier once we get everybody in here. There's so many more knights left, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a tier list stream, guys. I'm cool with it. I'm having the best time. This is really cool. Shout out to whoever created this. I have no idea. No idea. It says 111 images. It's a lot of nights. I would put Shiraha high A to low S if we haven't placed him yet. Hit and run range and can melee when needed. Yeah. Are you cool with the high A? I think I am. Isn't Ninja Master super cracked? It is. It's crazy good. Crazy good. Does Meligant ever have a redemption arc in GE? Yes. He has that conversation with gosh, who is it, guys? Is it with his dad? No. It's with somebody, and then he comes to grips with the fact that Lance is fit to be the king after you take over the Empire. Yeah. He is a douche in the beginning, but that kind of like, you know, makes him a good character when he redeems himself. So you think Meligant puts him at C tier? You can cross class to ninja at the start when you play as Garrus. You can. Okay. Ali Claire, what's up? Good to see you. Only Shiraha as Empire, I think. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you can cross when you're playing Empire. What do you think of this tier list so far, Ali Claire? Any opinions right now? We just said what? Somebody is C tier? Meligant. Okay. I think Meligant is C tier, huh? Okay, where is he? He's right here. Okay, C tier because he's a douche. I'm assuming high C tier, right? I play Meligant all the time. He's really fun to play for me. Just having an Avenger at the start of the game is really good. I don't cross class him. I just want him to get the stat growth all the way to 30, and he's a great level 30 knight. I think he belongs, everything said and done, for myself, right there. Yeah, I think it belongs right there. Mid B, above Azmit and all the rest that are below him right there. What do you think? Is that an agreement, a fair agreement, or do we think he belongs lower? Ninja Master has double action, right, like the Lizard King does. Plus the high agility and massive mobility, not to mention Shuriken, can be used after moving. And I imagine there will be another final boss, as one of his generals sounds like a lot like Kador or Buonoil is for Zemeckis. Do you mean like, I can't remember his name. It's that white knight looking guy. I forget. Let's get Castor on the board. Castor. Okay. Castor. Where does he belong? He's got quite a backstory with the Rand family and the siblings. I don't remember how the rotation goes, guys, but like if he meets Lucia in battle, Lucia joins him, or vice versa. If he meets Miguel, he goes with Miguel. I don't remember how it works. I don't have a crazy opinion on Castor. I think he would belong maybe right there for now, above a need. What do we think about that one? Low B tier? Caster is fun. Maybe B tier for Caster. He seems pretty average. Yeah, he's one of those average growth knights there. What do you think, Broad? High A is good for me. For Shiraha, you mean? Yeah, I agree. Caster being part of the Rand family shenanigans puts him on low A to high B for me. Okay. C tier before the redemption. I use him a lot, so I agree he'd be higher. Okay. So you agree he'd be right there in mid B or like low B? What do you think about that? Smelligant? Oh, come on, dude. He ain't that bad. He is a jerk, but he's powerful, man. He's good. You can't contest that. Legel and Miguel are A tier though, because they probably have better stats than Caster. Again, I don't remember exactly how they grow because I haven't grown them like very often in the past, if at all. But you said what? A tier for Legel and Miguel. Legel, I definitely have built all the way to 30 several times, so I agree that Legel probably belongs in low A, maybe high B. Do we like her better than Lucia? I like Lucia far better, in my opinion. I'm okay with Marriott being above Lucia as an archer. Where the hell is she? Where the hell is Lucia? Here we go. Not Lucia, Legel. So you think she belongs in A tier? Where would you put her in A tier? I think she belongs like... Oof. Right there? Maybe? Yeah, I think I'm good with her there. If it was me? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I might even put her lower depending. I would put him mid B as well. I don't use him a ton, but he is a good early game help while leveling my preferred options. So you like him at mid B? Okay. So I think we have an agreement there with Meligant being mid B. My experience with this game is exactly one Drist playthrough, so I don't have an informed opinion. Oh no, that's okay. So if you have like any, knowledge about the knights whatsoever, whether it's how they play against you, or if you've like looked into the bios of the characters, or you just like their class and how they look, and watching other people play, then by all means throw your opinions out there. We still have Escalio Knights here though. We've got Camden, Ulster, Hula, Gallo, Miguel, and also Teeth right here. Oh yeah, the DK country music is hitting. Love it. Had a free minute and finished your full body chibi. You finished the full body chibi? Wait. I thought it was done. Oh, you put some like lighting around it. That's dope. Look at that, guys. The finished chibi right here. Look at this. Shout out to Molly. Thank you so much. I love it. I will get this on screen as soon as I finish the stream tonight. Absolutely. Thank you. Really good. Not Heinbart. Tathis, right. The one that apparently brainwashed the dragons. Yeah. So careful with the spoilers, I would say, though, because not everybody's going to read that kind of thing right from the website. But yeah, try to keep those a little bit light from what you're reading on the website. Tathis, one of the Abyssal generals. Resembles Bullnoil fit a bit. Yeah, I remember us comparing them. I agree with that. Also, his class is Masterpiece. That's his class name is Masterpiece. Is that coming from the JP website? Roughly translated. So how very selfish of him. It's not Lucia, it's Legel, if I remember correctly. What do you mean? Mid B is good, right? Maybe he could even be a Kador created by the true big bad to put things in motion. Oh, you mean Heinbart or Tathis? Yeah, maybe Tathis. Meligant has mid rune power for a level 20 knight. Yeah, you're right. Do you agree he belongs in mid B tier? Yeah, that bumps him down. I know. I considered that a factor too. Lower rune power for level 20, but you can't contest his strength. He's strong. Yvain, solid A tier, very solid stats and rune power. I agree. I like Yvain a lot. I play him all the time. Him and Palamedes belong right next to each other. They're bros, right? Where is he? Yvain right here. Low A tier. Where in A tier do you think Palamedes, like, keep in mind, him and Palamedes are right next to each other. Do you think they both belong on the bottom? or above any of these knights whatsoever. For myself, I would put Yvain above Leoness and also Palamedes as well. They belong with each other. They're bros. It's a bromance. There we go. They're always on the same team when I play, typically. They're kind of like the Mira and Malay for me of Norgard. Yeah, that's how I see them. Teeth is pronounced... Oh, it's pronounced teeth. It really is. I hate saying teeth because it's just like, yes, it's teeth, but I hate saying that shit. Based on how people pronounce his name in GE. They actually say teeth in GE? Okay, it's going to be teeth then. I'm not going to fight it. It's like the Titus debacle. No, you're good, Chaos. You're good. No worries, no worries. I assumed it was pronounced teeth because Heath is... Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Palamedes getting pissed at Yvain every time will never not be funny. Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, pronounced teeth? I got you. Okay. Did I miss anybody? We need the Escalio music? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I can put it on later. Let's see. We just did Yvain and Palamedes. Who am I picking at random? Shootlaeus. Doesn't Shootlaeus just belong right next to Soleil? I know he's not the greatest knight to use because he does start with low rune power. At what level is it? 12? But he can be pretty good. Are we putting him next to Soleil just because they're related in the story? Or does he go lower just because of, you know, mechanics? I don't know. Where do you think Shootlaeus belongs, guys? Does he belong next to his boy Soleil? Or do we put him lower? Consider everything. Story, stats, growth, fun to play, etc. Because you almost never get him. I see, I see. Well, you're definitely not going to get him as Leonia. Like, if you do get him as Leonia, you're very lucky. But yeah, usually, I can get him if I'm quick about it, but, yeah. A lot of the times, the AI will usurp me. Yeah, what do you think about Shootlaeus being right there next to Soleil, guys? I'll pick some more while I'm waiting on chat. Ooh, I'm looking at Moorholt right now. Ooh, Moorholt has quite the backstory, right? Former Almecian, lost his brother, right? And then pretends to be like a dead man walking. It's pretty dark. I would put him, for myself, right there above Limelight. Yeah, that's my opinion right there, I think. Yeah. The heals are too useful to rate Shootlaeus lower than B. Getting him might be difficult since you need to be the one to invade Asgars first. And Leona will have a bad time every time. You're right. You're right. So do we think like high B tier? Like he is the gateway to Soleil. Let's be clear, right? If you don't get him, then you can't get Soleil, right? But in GE, doesn't he join your team regardless, right? If you take out the country that recruits him? Not unfortunate though. I'm not sure. Where does he belong in B tier, do you think? For me, I think he belongs right there, maybe? No. No. Right here? Yeah, somewhere around there, I think. Are we cool with Shootlaeus being in that position? Mid B? Again, if you think any of these knights belong higher or lower than any others, throw it out there. Lewintail is D. I hate using him, and his story is just him coming back after initially disagreeing with Vanard, taking after Duremedit. Yeah. So I can see that. I can see that. I do use him at the start, but like he kind of falls off a little bit, or heavy actually, I would say, later on. Plus, he hasn't performed well recently. Yeah, a lot of misses with that guy. Low agility. Anywhere in high B is good for Shootlaeus, you think? High B? Okay. I guess we can put him like there. Yeah, I think I like that spot right there. What do you think? Okay, throw some stuff out here, guys. Like, I've got a lot to get to. This tier list is far from done. There's a lot to get to. You guys did mention Ryzen and Gush earlier. Where would you put Ryzen and Gush? Ads are done. Thank you for waiting, guys. Might take a break here soon, by the way. This ad's just finished. They look good for Shootlius. Yeah, got you. Yeah, where do we think Ryzen and Gush fall? I'm thinking like, I don't use Ryzen. Like, he's always a quest knight for me. I put Ryzen like right there, you know? Maybe even close to high D tier, eventually. Gush would go above Ryzen for me. Maybe Ryzen's the better knight. I don't know. I never build them really. Gush is meme tier. He's a simp for Lucara. Elude at least is more usable. Okay, so we can put Gush in meme tier. All right. To be fair, I don't see many people using Gush, so we can put him there. That's fine. Meme lords, it is. Who else are we looking at? Do we put Gilsis in there too? Because he's a ladies' man? Does Gilsis go here? Yeah, I would say, right? He's good to use. I always use Gilsis. But again, all about the ladies. Gotta respect the man. Why haven't we put Gallo in low B tier just for being so interesting? Low B tier for Gallo. Okay, interesting. I always use Gallo. Every single time. Low B tier. You think he belongs right there? I would say he definitely belongs above Aster, Shast, Elute. I think he probably belongs right here, or maybe even right here. I'm gonna say right here. What do you guys think? Gallo being right there, above Meligant, mid B tier. Interestingly, the Titus name debacle is probably the result of two separate name etymologies. The Titus is based on the Latin name Titus, right? And the Titus is based on an Okinawan name? Really? I did not know that. So I guess that's decided, right? Titus it is. This hype man, whose name eludes me, is at least low B because he's funny and has a sick mustache. Camden, yeah. You're thinking of Camden. Okay. What'd you say about Camden? It's going to be low B, at least low B. I like Camden. I use him the entire playthrough. Low B. Kind of the same deal for Gallo for me. Is he above Gallo? Yeah. I think he's right there. Yeah, I like him right there. Again, contested if you like. If you think, you know, more specifics need to be shifted around right here in B tier. We got a lot of knights in these tops right here. B, A, and S are heavily contested right now. As Maria's S tier, her story is pure telenovela, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Plus, Saint is the best healer class. Agreed. Agreed. Where do you think she belongs in S tier? I definitely think S tier for sure. Where in S tier does she belong? Above Paternus, above Kazan. Oof. I mean, husband and wife. Don't we just put her right there? Right? Just put her right there. I like Garrett better than Zemeckis. What do you guys think about putting Garrett right here next to Hallie? Above Zemeckis. Are we cool with that? And then having Zemeckis and Esmeri right next to each other? Next to her husband? Yeah, exactly. I like Galenwand. He gets pretty strong and has a little backstory with Kilov, so B tier maybe. Baleen around the same. Yeah, Baleen's definitely the better knight for rune power purposes, but Galenwand can stand on his own. B tier. In B tier, Galenwand, I gotta say, like, Meltorifice and Annie going like at the very end just because you lose them, I don't think it's gonna put them at the very end of B tier. I think Galenwand belongs right there. Then Baleen right next to him, maybe just because they're together when they come over. But Baleen above Galenwand when it comes to overall knight. Camden can cross class too if you want, so there's that. You're right. I've not used Escalio much, and I remember Camden. To me, that means his story elements are good. He's also a solid knight. You know, Camden's great. He is amazing. Quite good, quite good. Let's see. Did I miss any specific knights in here? I missed Lucara, right? So, where does Lucara belong, guys? Lucara is a great knight. She comes in at a, what is it called? Sage is the level 20. I keep forgetting the name of the tier 2 class. It's escaping me. I don't remember. I would say she's an A tier knight, right? Maybe like right there? Potentially? Her and Sierra would be like neck and neck, right? Chantel is D tier and George can go in F tier if you don't just throw George in the trash. Oh my goodness. You've never built George? George is decent. George is decent. Mystic, yes, thank you, thank you. You think Chantel is D tier? Really? I constantly use Chantel because you can build him pretty well. And he's doing like, he's like dedicated to taking care of his son in the entire playthrough. I think Chantel belongs in at least high C tier, I would say. I say he belongs right here. What do you guys think about Chantel? I don't think he belongs in D tier, but I think he's a C tier knight. George in F tier and goes to the trash. So wait, where's George at? Yeah, he's right here. You think George belongs in F tier? Okay. What's his backstory? He lost his wife, right? He's grieving. He's a level 8 priest when he joins you, right? And he has decent rune power and can grow to be pretty substantial, I must say. Yeah, he's not decent without heavy investment, but that's what we're considering for most of these knights. Like, do you use George? You guys end up using George for any reason a lot, right? When you played Leonia. I definitely do when he comes over, because he comes over pretty early, I think, after a certain season has passed. But yeah, I think he belongs higher than F. Dillard is A tier. Hang on, let me catch up here. Dillard is A tier. We're gonna say that for now. We'll put him right here. I'll get to you in a second. Bernardus, welcome in. Can you make tier lists for Runersia, please? I'm going to do that on the next stream, I think, because we still have a lot to get through on Green Edition. But yes, the next stream will definitely be a Runersia tier list. Plus my voice is going away. I'm very sore right now. I need to take a break here soon. George also quests for one of my favorite equips. Chantel definitely at least high C. He quests for one of your favorite equips. He gets a certain gear piece. What is that? Chantel definitely at least high C, so you agree? George is, yep. Yeah, George is at least C, okay? So we're fighting from F to C. Oh my gosh, where does he belong in C tier? I would use George over Ryzen. Maybe not over Shred. Shred's a beast when you actually use him. I get it. Low rune power, but the strength is insane. Maybe there. If you guys want to put him above Shred, I'm okay with that. Right? Next to Dappy, maybe. He at least can get his dead wife's ring. Oh, right, right. Isn't it like Rier's ring or something? That should at least put him in E tier. Oh my gosh, he doesn't belong that low. Yeah, George is definitely a good knight if you invest into him. Plus, if you get him early, there's room for him to grow. Batterkiss is C tier for me. Not much goes on with him, but at least you can get a champion out of him. Yeah, I can agree with that. Batterkiss is average. Let's see. This boy looking like DK right now. I would use him more than Ryzen. That's just me. George has the backstory with the dead wife, which is supposed to be sad. That just pisses me off at what a wuss he is. Oh boy. Okay. Well, put yourself in his shoes is all I can say. I always make Batterkiss a Shogun. Do you really? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Since he has the variety, he belongs up there. Patricia is A because of her crush on Gwyngalane. The love letter thing still makes me laugh. Okay. We think Fatisha is an A tier knight. My only my only contention is that her rune area, come on, it's just bad. It's just bad. I would use a Sklados over her, along with Lucia, Bagdamagus. I think she belongs right there, for me. Shootlius also has, I think, 3 Runeria as well. Runeria does a lot for me when it comes to these knights. If it's 3, fuck you. Oh my gosh, I needed that big time. Big time. Oof. The question becomes, what is an F tier knight? Are any knights that bad? Very good question. Very, very good question. We could simply get rid of F tier. I simply added E and F to make room, if in case that happened. Are any of these F tier knights? Yeah. Not a Bruceum fan. Who else would go in that category? Maybe that. Yeah, 1 heal. Barely use him. These other freelance knights that I haven't had a ton of experience with yet, I don't have a big opinion on. So maybe we just kind of throw them into random categories or just throw them to unknown or miscellaneous. You think Rod is F tier? I don't have a big opinion on Rod, but like, doesn't he leave your army after a while too? And then comes back maybe? I think he has that story where he leaves and comes back. Noe, Cortina, and Aldous are all S tier. Build them all as a witch with Saint as second class. Yeah, we've got Cortina in S tier for sure. You think Noe belongs in S tier as well? Is Noe 3 rune area? I think Noe belongs in A tier for me. Pretty high up on the list. I wouldn't say she's better than Aldous or Dogel. Maybe she goes right here next to Charlene. Oh no, for me, Noe goes like right here above Limelight. The backstory is sad too. It gets to you. It's a tearjerker. I get it. Right here for me, for Noe. Yeah, we've got Cortina in S tier. Right here, Aldous is an A tier right here, because the reason why people are putting her in A tier is because the requirements to get her suck. That brings her down for most people. You can lower Fatisha to B because of the rune area. Where is she? Yeah, she's in B right now. Cole is A for me. He's very good and is another cornerstone of the main plot. Imagine if he didn't take Lance in. Yeah, exactly. I would even contest that he's mostly, but he's like bottom of S tier. Hell, like I might even put him right below Paternus. He goes there for me. Low S tier. Yeah, 3 rune area does suck. I agree. Decent strength and is pretty good at tanking. Yeah. Rod is F tier. Yeah. Anybody have any opinions on Rod? I really don't. I'm cool with him being down here. It's fine. But he's a monk, right? He's got heals. I've used him a decent amount, an okay amount, but he's mostly a quest knight. I put him like right here. Maybe. Or like even there. I don't know. Not a big opinion. George is so sad about his wife's death that he makes his wife's ghost suffer for years at that tree because he feels sad for his loss. Wait, he makes his wife suffer for years at the tree? Okay, so how does it work? Like he goes to the tree, he gets the ring, and then she's free? Is that how that works? Did he know that she was trapped? Or did he know that she was suffering at that tree? How does this whole thing work? Kirkmon maybe in C tier. He always felt very average. Kirkmon in C tier. I use Kirkmon quite a bit. I C tier next to Chantel. I can agree with that. Yeah. I would put him above Chantel. Gotta go to sleep, have fun. We'll be able to contribute more next stream on Runersia tier list. Hell yeah, man. That'll be on Saturday for sure. And then we'll actually play the game. I would say hopefully a little bit. that night, but if not, that's fine. I'm cool with it. As you can hear, my voice is going, so I might call it early tonight, guys, once we're done with this. Saleesia is probably on the low A tier. She pisses Milligan off most of the time, and that... thank you for checking in. She wanted Ophelia to fix her clothes, is pretty funny. Plus, she has a rune area 4. Yeah, I use Saleesia all the time. She's a great Lancer for me. You think low A tier, huh? Where's she at? Where's Addie going? I'll say right here. Yeah, I'll say right there for me. It's kind of crazy how low Leoness is, right? Pokemon intelligence is terrible for a mage. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, we'll knock him down one. It's fine. Agree on Cole lower S, especially because you can quest him to get Gloss. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Gloss, how do we feel about Gloss, guys? 15 Cavalier, you can immediately cross-class him. He didn't think Lance was good enough to... he's like a Milligan character, but he's not as much of a douchebag, I don't think. So we would put him where? In B tier above Milligan? Right there, I guess. What do you think? Speaking of Gloss, he's an A for me. Team meaning he can immediately cross-class. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Also consider story. We're trying to consider like the all-around aspect of the character. Thank you for checking in. I cannot see my activity feed right now, so my apologies if I can't see who's checking in. But thank you for redeeming the daily riff on Twitch. I think Rune Area is not that much problem because you can have a quest item or equipment, but it's rare. Like, it's not guaranteed. Like, sometimes you have to deal with free Rune Area the entire playthrough. So that's why it bumps a night down for me. Ulster is S tier, the one sane person in Escalio. Doesn't that put him in meme category though? Can we put Ulster there? He belongs here, doesn't he? Put him like right here. This poor bastard. Just trying to keep the peace in Escalio. And because he's just surrounded by tyrants, he's always like the oddball out. But they still love him. I also like how Saleesia and Ophelia are besties. They call each other Addie and Affy. Yeah. So we'll put Ophelia next to her. Just because of that. Where's she at? Here we go. Right there. I don't think it matters too much. Cool. Isfis is on low S only because he's the earliest knight who can get to Guardian, and his banter with Vanard and Charlene is pretty cool. His gentle giant title also makes him endearing. I do love Isfis. He's a great knight. Low S tier for Isfis. Yeah, he's not going to contest Cole, so he belongs right there. I agree. Above Shiraha. That's a really good spot for Isfis. Oh man. If you remember the story, George's friend has to talk him into visiting the tree 3 times, and George still doesn't go because he blames himself for her death. Right, but does he know, but is she actually like trapped there? Is she actually not being able to be free? Or like her spirit not being able to be free? What's the whole backstory there? Like, if you're grieving for somebody, like, it makes sense that it's hard to go to a site because you're dealing with your grief, right? You can't call someone a pussy just because they're having, you know, trouble getting over the fact, hey, my wife died. It's hard. But yeah, what's the entire story? If she's like trapped and she's not able to be at peace and he knows about that and he still doesn't go, yes, he's a dickhead, right? He needs to get over it. But otherwise, you know, the grief is warranted, I think. That's fear on memes. Okay, all right. We'll keep him in memes for sure. Or Ulster. Ulster is the straight man of Escalio. He should be B like Camden. You think so? You wouldn't put him in a meme lord right here? Okay. Let's see. Right next to Camden, huh? They do belong together, right? Yeah, a lot of dialogue too between those two. And Bagdamongus as well. In fact, like, Camden, Bagdamongus, and Ulster, shouldn't they just be right next to each other? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Are we cool with that? They are a pair, yes. Guardian is rarely seen too, so Isfis fits where he is. I agree. Bredo says, Ulster being in Meme Lord for being the only sane knight in Sky is pretty funny. I agree. I agree. I'm cool with him being wherever, really. Just as long as he's either next to his bros right here, or he's down here in Meme Lord. I'm cool with whatever. Need a second picture of him. George actually winds up at the tree by accident, and then his wife tells him it's not his fault and forgives him for not coming to free her sooner. Interesting. Okay. Winds up at the tree by accident, and then his wife tells him that it's not his fault. Forgives him for not coming to the tree to free her sooner. Okay. My question still remains. Does he know? Does he know that she is unable to be free? That's my question. See, Eula is B for me because of her potential gameplay wise, but she keeps snobbing teeth. Her loyalty to her Driss is commendable though. True, yeah, Eula's a decent knight, plus she can be, she has a lot of room for growth, true. Where does she belong? What do you say? Is B for you? Hula. I'd say maybe right there. A good project knight, but not a huge opinion on her. Doesn't have a lot of dialogue in the story, if any at all. Nick, what's good, man? Need to put you know who in F tier now. You know who? You mean Lance? Okay. All right. Bring him down here. I'm just kidding. I love you, man. Where was he? He goes right here. Let's see. You know who in F tier? Oh, I know who you mean. I see him too. I know who you're talking about. Is that it? Is that it right there? Oh man. And he carried our asses too in the playthrough. Let's not forget. But we can't use that, you know, as a reason. Yeah, I thought you were looking at Ivan. Does Miguel have better stats than Caster? He should be around the same tier. I don't remember. I never really used him that much. Like, he can belong right there with Caster, in my opinion. Average knight, right? Decent room from growth. I would say I like Miguel better than Caster. Yeah. No big opinion. Where the hell is Miguel again? She's in here. We put the family next to each other. I don't use Miguel a ton. I definitely use Gallo, Galaz, Meligant, all these Grim Knights right here more than I do Miguel. Even though she can grow to be really, really good. I would put her like right here in between. Yeah. So brother, sister, brother, right there. That's my opinion. Clarence is A, not only because he starts at level 10 for cross-class potential, but he has beef with Paradol, which is a nice bonus. I forgot his backstory. Beef with Paradol, huh? Yeah, I hate Paradol. Ugh. Paradol. Ugh. F. Clarence. You say A tier, huh? Below, yeah, we'll put him on bottom A tier for now. If you think Clarence belongs above any of these knights right here, let me know. But I'm definitely cool with that. I like playing as Clarence. Growth potential, and also be with Paradol. We share the mutual hatred. Paradol just wants to take over the world, dude. He's like the brain from Pinky and the Brain. Just never successful. Right now I'm looking at Purner. Actually, you guys can discuss that while I take a break. I have got to take a break. My voice needs water. So I'll be right back, and you guys talk amongst yourselves and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of these damn knights. So, BRB. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you for waiting. I pulled up the Twitch activity feed right here so I can see at least that. I can't see the YouTube side, so apologies there. But Lazy Nick, thank you for the 5 stream streak. Hillholm, thank you for the 7 stream streak. Check-in from T-Mac, Nick, and also C. Stamos. So I see it now. Thank you, thank you. And also check-in from Trouble, John, and Lazy Nick as well. Yeah, I think I got everything right there. And Hillholm. Guys, where are we at with this? We're talking about Purner, right? He didn't want to go to the tree. George knows that his wife's ghost was trapped at the tree by the 3rd conversation, at least. It really pissed me off, but it was a long time ago. His friend is Chantel, I see. So he didn't know about the about her being trapped until the 3rd conversation. When he figured it out, that inspired him to get over his grief and then go pay his respects. So I don't fault him, man. I can't see him being put any lower. Let's see. He's one of the former Almekia Knights along with Feel and Roacod. I forget why he hates Paradol specifically, but I figure it has something to do with Paradol being corrupt. Okay, well yeah, it makes sense because Paradol like instigated the war, right? He was a big part of it. I'm always using her either as Artemis, Witch, or Art Sage. Very good debuff for insanely high intelligence. You mean Purner? Okay. I know she's a good knight, but I don't have a lot of experience using her. Where would you put her, Nick? Would you put like Purner in A tier somewhere, I would say? Like maybe, I don't know, right here? Above Leoness? Or even higher than that? Plus a big backstory there. Romantic story with Huday. While you guys are thinking. Who else am I looking at right now? Sierra. Don't we put Sierra right next to Victoria? The Sass Queens? Right? Where is Victoria? I would play Sierra over Victoria all day. But doesn't she just belong here? Yeah, I think so. Purner is also cracked if invested on. Sure, yeah. What level does she start, Lou? And she starts as a Lector, right? Versatile. A tier should be right for Purner. Got you. So we're okay with her being right there. Who else did I place? I forget. Oh yeah, Sierra. Oh, she starts at level 1 Scout. I thought she started as a Lector. No, okay. So she has all the room for growth then. All right. That's really powerful. I like it. What's her rune power starting out? Teeth. I have no like big opinions on Teeth. I never use Teeth. Like I think Teeth is a D tier knight. Below Lewintail. Sure, he has room for growth, but I don't have huge opinions on Teeth. Contest it if you want. Roacod. He's a solid knight. 2 heals at the start. Decent Cavalier. I would say Roacod goes here. I hate to separate these two, but or I'm cool putting him here because Gallon 1 starts lower level. Yeah, somewhere around there. Teeth is definitely D tier. Yeah, I agree. She starts around 200 like Cortina does. Wow, that's insanely cool. Let's see. We don't have too many more left here, guys. What else are we thinking? Also, any opinions on things that I've placed? How have we not placed her yet? Mira, not Mira. There's too many M names. God damn it. Why am I blanking right now? It's because I'm tired. Amelia, thank you. A great knight. Really powerful. A lot of room for growth. Starts at level 5. A lot of room power at the beginning. Recruits 3 extra knights, by the way. The start to the recruitment chain for Caerleon. Definitely an A tier knight. I play her over Leoness. Yeah, maybe right there. This seems to be like the sweet spot for a lot of knights that we really like. But hell, I may even put her in S tier. Purner could even go to S tier as well, couldn't she? Yeah, Purner belongs in S tier, doesn't she? Yeah, she belongs up here somewhere. I would like to put her next to Hude, but all these? Purner's better than all of these? I don't know. Like, you would want to put her right there next to Hude, but I don't know. What do you guys think? How you feel about Alcis? I honestly don't use him for anything else other than questing. Same. I don't bother building him. I know he can have a lot of potential, but there's better and more fun knights to build, in my opinion. He just wants to be Lance. Like, I think Alcis is a D tier knight next to Teeth, maybe, like right there. This being the difference, I actually use Lewintail, so I think that would be it for me right there. Leonil is A because he starts at level 16, plus Samurai and GE is cracked. Helrado is above him because he has dogs. Machismo and Fluffy, right? The original Fluffy. Leonil, what'd you say? A. I would put him in E, Alcis. Okay. Yeah, because I use Feel to a certain degree in some Brucem. Honestly. Yeah, isn't it like that? Something like that. Brucem becomes a quest knight pretty quickly, but I use him for a little bit during the campaign, and he has some uses being a samurai with his utility. Hell, I'm putting him above Rod right now that I'm looking at it. Also Feel. Yeah. Yep. Starting to see the light now. The E is populating. I did not expect this. Did not expect this at all. I think D tier is like being saved for knights that we use in the beginning and they fall off very quickly. Brucem could even go into there, but Brucem is just, he kind of falls off way too quickly. I at least use Lewintail for a decent majority of the first half of the campaign. Hang on. I gotta skip this because I had copyright issues, which I shouldn't have, because this is not... Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it. Leonil, what do we say? We say a low A for Leonil? I lost it. Leonil is A. 16, yes. And he's important for the quest line to get Helrado, but it has to be opposites, right? Leonil goes where? Do I agree? I love Leonil. I do use him, but you get him so late, though. I think he would definitely belong here. Do we like him better than the Skelatos? Not me. No. If anything, I think a Skelatos deserves to be in A tier at this point. I put them like that. Leonil A because of just being a good knight, but his rune power is not great. Helrado is above him, as you said. Where does Helrado go? I think Helrado would go like above Adelesia. Maybe even higher than some in the A tiers here. Huh. I think maybe I would put Helrado right below Moorholtz. What do we think about that? Right here. Do we like Helrado being right here? Leno can cross class if you force it, which never feels good. Plus he starts one level higher, so yeah, going to Shogun for me makes the most sense. He's like a Garant. Maybe make him a grappler at least to get hit in a way. It's tedious though. If you started at 15, I could make an argument for it, but you know, 16 is like the worst level to get a knight, honestly. You get him late, so he's a C for me. Helrado B because of the pups. C and B. Nick with a hardball right here. Okay. So you think Leno belongs in C? Are we talking like top tier C right there? And Helrado belongs in B tier, top tier like this? Would you play Helrado over all of these knights right here, including Baggy Boy, Hamden, and Ulster? This trio right here? What are we thinking, Nick? Helrado above all these Escallions? Felix, what's up? But I know people are not, you know, fans of it, which is fine. But like a lot of people are calling it like generic anime trash, which is not true. That's pretty clear. They only call it that because they don't like it, which is fine, right? You are entitled to your opinion. I love it because when you look at like the character art specifically, they're all very, very unique. I don't see like any characters that look the same to any degree whatsoever, but I like it. So, and if you don't like it, I assume you, well, I'm not going to assume, but by all means, you can feel free to speak your piece right there for sure. So no hate whatsoever on my part. Maybe B for Lando because of Samurai? Potentially, yeah. I think he deserves to be above Gallon 1, I think. Yeah. Again, you do get him late, and it's hard to make an excuse to use him, because you have to make an excuse. He feels forced, right? Because it's so late in the playthrough. I use Helrado for defense only, so yes, top B. So you like him right here? Okay. I prefer pixel art of the OG over waifu art style. Me too. Yeah, the Grand Edition for me is where it's going to stay, probably, even though I'm super hyped for Abyss. But yeah, when it comes to art style, pixel art takes it for me all day. It's hard to beat, especially when it's good pixel art. So I don't see another Brigandine pixel art game being made unless they do it with bigger models. Imagine that. Oh man, like larger scale models like in Street Fighter, for example. Imagine that, like the animations getting that treatment. Like think back to Street Fighter Alpha Third Strike, right? Something like that would be really, really cool. Or Marvel versus Capcom style sprites for Brigandine. That would be really cool. I am biased for Kawano because I love Suikoden, which she also did the art for, right? First two games at least. I like the new art far better than Runersia. I also love Suikoden. Got you. Who calls it generic anime crap? Not me. I love this game. Well, it's not. I'm not talking about like this. I'm not talking about Grain Edition. I'm talking about the new Brigandine game that's coming out. People are calling it like generic anime slop and trash, which is not true. They just don't like the art style. And I get that, right? If you don't like it, that's warranted. Just speak the truth, right? They just throw that statement out there like it matters, and it doesn't. Abyss style looks better than Runersia. Speaking Suikoden, come on industry, give us Suikoden tactics on Steam already. That would be sick, dude. I would love that. I played a tiny bit of that, but not enough. But yeah, I did enjoy my time with Suikoden. People who call it that are spoiled. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. They feel they're entitled. So you get a lot of those. I like the new art. Regarding Runersia, the art style is the reason why I bought the game. I had never heard of Brigandine before. Right. I will say Runersia has a very unique and well-designed art style. Some people might not like the taste of it over others, which is understandable. I get it. But if I were to choose between art styles, I think I like Runersia's better. When it comes to the character portraits, not so much the 3D models. I think Brigandine has the edge there. But to be fair, it has a more powerful development team. But yeah, that does not mean I dislike the art of Abyss. I actually love it. It's got very unique character models, and that I can get behind. So. I am spoiled by good pixel art from the last 40 years. Yeah, I will say that for myself as well. It's hard to beat that for me just because of personal taste, but I can at least appreciate, you know, good art when it's presented. And Brigandine Abyss has good art. Give more pixel arts, less anime style arts, please. Feel you, man. We old, I know it. You can see it right here, dude. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I wear it proudly. I wear it proudly. Seasoned gamer over here. Forcing a GE holds a soft spot for me because of how unique it is. I mean, I've yet to see a design that is similar to Khador. Khador's design is pretty goated. I agree. Yeah, a very classic looking Death Knight that you would expect, you know, when you hear that title. We don't have much more down here, guys. I'm going to start picking a couple of things here. How do we feel about Wrongwitness? I personally love Wrongwitness. He's very fun to use, very powerful mage. He joins you when you get rain as well from the Empire when they're defeated. Where does he belong? Let's say a B tier, a solid B tier. Maybe somewhere like... That's tough. For me, it's right there. Above Gloss, below Gallo. For now, at least. Honestly, could, like, go toe-to-toe with Camden, right? Maybe he goes right here. Yeah. Who comes up with a four-eyed bull skull mask? It's so edgy, but so awesome. Yeah, I think it's reminiscent of, like, certain skulls, you know, in Legend, but who knows? He uses just for men, but to look older. Yeah. So imagine if I used just for men and it still looked like this. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, that's old. I'm really actually 60 years old. Can you tell? And I've used just for men before. You guys have seen a colored beard. That's been a long time though. It's kind of annoying to use for me, to be honest. But I'll use it for like special occasions every once in a while. Put Belgar in A tier. He also starts at level 10. He comes with a Gigas. Plus the quest to get him is pretty hilarious as your knight is forced to scream due to the strength contest. Okay. So not a meme lord, but an A tier, you think, because of fun to play? I can see that. How late do you get him though? So Lou says Belgar belongs in A tier. I have no opinion on Belgar, so he's going right there for me for right now. But yeah, I'll trust your guys' judgment. Nah, gray hair doesn't always mean old. Yeah, I know. I'm just joshing, really. So my brother got his first gray hairs at 20. Yeah, I'm not too far behind, I think. I haven't had, like, I didn't get, like, well, I could have gotten a full-ass beard when I was that age, or close to it. But it was mostly like a goatee for me back then. But yeah, so I don't remember when I started first getting my gray hairs, let alone start losing the damn hair. So, but it was soon. Some of us just like lose it very quickly. Maybe it's due to high testosterone. I guess. Let's see. Getting Belgar requires a strength check, I believe, but you can get him relatively early. Okay. So if you have a high strength knight, then you can quest to try to get him. That makes sense. If only we knew that, you know, going forward. My grandpa was silver gray, like Native American hair color, you know, at age 16. Really? Wow. Crazy. That's very early. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but the new Brigandine character look more like fantasy, because old Brigandine looked like mature characters with a lot of armor on every character. No, I agree with that, you know, 100%. I feel you on that one. If you're talking like classic JRPG fantasy characters, yes, I totally agree with that 100%. So, and in many ways, I would prefer, right, it to look more close to the classic Brigandine art style. But because they have a very specific artist, she's going to cater to her art style and create the characters that she's used to creating. So as long as she uses like very like in-depth character analysis and makes them according to what their lore is, that I can get behind. And it seems like she's doing a great job of that. So Almina is also A because she's a mystic at level 11. Also requires an intelligence check. I got her with Wrongwitness. Okay. You think A, huh? Intelligence check. What is she? Mystic at level 11 with high intelligence. Okay, I can get behind that. Would you put her above Belgar? Right there. A lot of these new freelance knights aren't going to be too high on the tier list for myself because I really can't place them properly. But again, if you guys have more experience than I do on some of these freelancers. I did use Sheridan quite a fair bit, and Vanessa. This is Shaluna, right? Tiny bit, not too much. I used Arn a decent bit. He's a pretty good samurai, right? I don't know where I would place them currently. We still have like main country knights to deal with here, guys. So Irvin has a lot of room for growth. I definitely use him. I'd say in a B tier, maybe. Above Roakar, Galawand, Eula. I'd say put him right there. Brigandine 4 will be in the OG characters in all their pixel glory, fighting with new characters from Abyss in all their art glory. Dude, imagine. Imagine. Dude, I really hope before I die, I get to see at least a remastered English version of Grand Edition. Like, at least give me that. You don't have to go off and do a complete remake of Grand Edition. It's great as it is. I would love a remake, but at least give me an English remaster of Grand Edition. That's all I ask. All right, do whatever you want to with new Brigandine games, with different storylines, different universes, making it your own thing. I'll play it. I'll play the fuck out of it. But at least give me an English remastered version of Grand Edition. Please. Please, please. What year are we calling late? The quest knights can be recruited by the 3rd month of 217. By that time, you have like half the map or more than that contested, don't you? I don't usually get those specific knights like Leonil and Belgar and Almina and all that, right? Until very late, until I have like maybe 2 countries tops to take over. Like there's no reason for them to be around at that point. GE art is more 90s anime with the haircuts. Yeah, I agree. I would agree all around that it's 90s anime style because it was close enough to 90s, right? So it was made definitely in the 90s because it didn't come out until 2000. The original character, a creator of Brigandine, is hyped for Abyss 2. Really? I haven't read any thoughts on the original creator of Grand Edition, and I really should do that. If you have any resources that I can read on like articles or like statements that he has made, link it to me in Discord. I would love to read that. At least I like they add so many unique races, but sadly the vibe for most characters is kind of looks like a teenager. Yeah, it's definitely young looking characters for the most part, but there are mature characters in the game, and Largo himself is actually 22. Isn't like the main face of Brigandine, Largo, 22 years old, right? From the bio. Yeah, Nick, I would love it too. Same hill home. It's a pipe dream, right? The fact that Sophia hasn't been placed isn't surprising. D tier. Sophia's D tier, you think? I like to cross Sophia and Philo as soon as I start up a Leonia campaign, and I build them. You think she's D tier, huh? I wouldn't say D tier. I think Philo and Sophia belong next to each other, but in C tier. I would say they belong right there. What are we thinking about mid C tier for Philo and Sophia? That's my contention right there. Road Bull and Ector are B tier for me. I can see that too. I agree. Road Bull right here. Even though I do use Road Bull from the very start, I could even make an argument Road Bull is A tier for me. In fact, if it were me, I would put him right there. Yeah, just because he's usable from the very start and he's very good the entire time. What do you think about low A tier for Road Bull? Who else did you say? Ector? Yeah, Ector builds very well too. Samurai is what I usually use for him, but sometimes he can turn into a quest knight. I do agree B tier is where he should be. Question is where. Let's say right here. Yeah. What do we think about those two spots for Ector there? Low B tier, low-ish B tier, and low A tier for Road Bull. Could agree to C tier for Philo and Sophia. Yeah. I try to keep everyone alive for as long as I can until all the knights are recruited and give the other countries a head start. Yeah, yeah. It sucks that you have to do that and play those little mind games and tricks to have more fun with the game, but that's a learning experience for the creators, right? You have a main goal. If you can achieve that, good game, you win. Classic gaming, right? But the fact that, you know, you have feedback from so many players and then we manipulate the game in such ways that it's spilling over into Runersia, especially with that in-game content, man, like that's what we've been wanting to do. Like, let us max out our shit, right? Give us a mode where we can max out everything and then just have freedom. They gave us that in Runersia in post-game, and in Abyss, it seems as if we're going to get that again in mission mode, along with a very streamlined, focused story mode, which Brigandine is not known to be very strong for, right? Green Edition, I can say, has the best representation of a Brigandine story. But Abyss seems like it's going to have a very hard focus on the story, which I'm very excited for. He has a Twitter, I believe. I posted a tweet of his on the Discord a while ago. Did you? Okay. If you don't mind, for me not like searching for it, would you mind DMing that to me, or just at least his Twitter page? If you can just do that, I would love to have that. So I'll even follow it if I'm not following it already. I don't use Twitter, but I do have my account still logged in, obviously, and active. So Vineyard is at the top, is deserved. The cover boy of Fortuna, exactly. And you're not making a move. He ain't moving. Looks good to me. Okay. Vanessa is a barmaid with a strong arm, but that's about it. She also is one of the level 10s, so she can be a project knight, but there's plenty of lancers already, so high C tier for me. Okay. I can agree with that. Again, I have used her a tiny bit, and I do know how she starts. The potential as well, but the story, like, whatever. High C tier, huh? You put it like right here, below Chantel. Because of the potential right there. Perkmon, low intelligence mage, in fact, you're going to be knocked down. Yeah. In fact, yeah. I like that a little bit better. Whoa, Luentel at D. Is it just because of his missed attacks and recent playthrough? I didn't consider that at the start. I didn't place him. Someone else said he belonged in D tier because he falls off pretty hard. But the only reason he's not an E tier or F is because I do use him for a decent amount of time, like halfway through the playthrough, and then he falls off later. But yeah, he can be very inaccurate, as you know, right? Plus, there's not a lot of potential for growth for him. You just take him straight to Avenger, and then that's it, which is fine. He's basically a lower level version of Meligant, but I would always choose Meligant over Luentel. Thing is, like, I wouldn't see Luentel being below Ryzen or Batterkiss even. I would see him right there. Like, in fact, I see Ryzen here. That's where I see Ryzen. I don't use him. Like, barely. I might use him for 2 fights, and then he's benched. Yeah. I don't bench these guys nearly as early as I do these guys over here. In fact, I would put Lufal below like this, because I don't typically build him. He becomes a quest knight very quickly. It's because there's not a lot of points to contest early in New Almekia, which makes him a quest knight for like the entire playthrough, because as you're questing, you get better knights, right? He could go grab Cortina and then all of a sudden, bam, there's no use for him, right? So I'm trying to put like knights that I quest early and never use at the lowest tiers, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Or at least knights that become quest knights very early. If they remaster Green Edition, they should put a custom difficulty setting like Runersia, and it'll be even better with that alone. Yeah, I agree. I hope there is a decent amount of custom difficulty settings. That would be great. I do love the options we get in Runersia. Yeah, I can't wait for Abyss. I don't want to wait until August. I know, but I'm actually cool with that. I think that is the sweet spot for release day because it gives us reassurance that they're taking their time to make sure everything is where they need to be to release a fully complete game and not an incomplete game with room for DLC content, right? Don't give us early access. Give me a full game, right? I'm cool with early access on certain titles like Slay the Spire. That makes sense. But this needs to come out as a fully released game. No question. So take your time. I am not so stoked about the emphasis on story. I prefer the more emergent story of Forcina. You think so? Yeah. Okay. So you do you think like Abyss will have a strong story, Broad, or do you think they're like you know, kind of putting it to the wayside, sort of in like Runersia a little bit? Runersia had its strong points, but like it wasn't nearly as commendable as Grand Edition. High C only because almost every other country has a Lancer already. Yeah, oh, you're talking about Vanessa? Yeah, she belongs there, I think. I don't know most of the backstory for the GE Quest Nights because I played the Japanese version of the game until about a month ago. I'm playing through the English version the first time. Are you really? No shit. What country are you playing for your first time on English? That's exciting. It better be Norgard. I'm just kidding. We have not rated Rain yet. No. We don't have too many more nights left, so we're getting down to the wire here. And I'll probably call it after this. My voice is very tired. So Rain, he does lead you to Wrongwitness, and he gets recruited from Mira and Malay, right? So there is story bits there with Mira and Malay. He has a lot of room to grow, man. What, level 1 mage? So basically the perfect project knight, right? From level 1. But you do get him quite late. You have to take out the Empire first, recruit Mira and Malay, and then get him afterwards. At that point, you're already set with your knights in general, right? You can contest every single castle. You don't need him. So for myself, Project Knight falls up to a Quest Knight pretty quickly. He would go like right there for me, I would say. Low B. Yeah, you don't get him as the Empire also. Exactly. I'd rather wait for a furnished game rather than a fast release with a lot of bugs. Yes. Please take your time. Do it justice. Actually, all the countries has a Lancer in some form, except Escalio because Iria gets her own class. Right. You might as well consider a Lancer anyways because she can throw, right? I do, anyways. Kellyanne doesn't have a Lancer, so almost every country has a Lancer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Can't you make... Yeah, you can make Marriott a Lancer if you want to, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can. Let's see. Not sure. I guess I will find out when I play it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No anticipation, I guess. It is Norgard, my boy. My boy. Hell yeah. Vanard, the best ruler. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Fight me. You also don't get Rain as the Empire. Yep. How are we feeling about Carmine? Not crazy feelings. Like, he's a bishop, right? Comes in at level 12, I think. Is that correct? Or is he a priest? I don't remember. I don't have big feelings on Carmine. I would say high C tier because of bishop and decent stats, right? Does he belong right there, maybe? Somewhere around there with Vanessa? Sheridan, I do like quite a bit. He can be built to be very strong. I think Sheridan is more like the high B tier next to Helrado, or maybe next to Almina and Belgar. Low A tier knight. I put him like right here for me. Low A tier. Level 12 bishop. Yeah. We need to get some of these other country knights done, guys. Buart. Always use him the entire playthrough. Right below Road Bull. That's where he goes for me. Bam. Janfadar. Very high intelligence. Not crazy on the rune power, but I do use him for most of the playthrough. There's a few quests here and there. Maybe put him like below Wrongwitness. Below Ulster? Right there? No. Above Ulster? Yeah. Maybe he's right there, I think. Takes a while to get Carmine to join, so it's a bit of a hassle. Yeah, and at that point, you know, you're solid. You don't have to use him. Takes a while. Yeah. Elaine is low A for Project Knight potential, and she likes to troll her father, Road Bull. You're right. You're right. She gets like extra stats for cooking for him, doesn't she? Like fake stats. Yes, he does have beef with Gish. He wants to learn as much as possible, so he wants his knowledge, I think. And he said, I think he said to him like, my life's sacrifice is worth uncovering the knowledge of magic by fighting you, or something like that, right? Elaine, where does she belong? Low A project. Low A project. Yeah, I suppose. Put her with her dad. That's fine. Yeah. This is Kathleen, right? She's a level 10 lector? Is that correct? Pretty sure. There is some backstory between her and Carmine. Or is it Clouk? Is it Clouk right here? Somebody recruits Kathleen. Who is it? Somebody's tied together in this storyline. Clouk and Kathleen, or is it Carmine and Kathleen? Or all three? Xerafen D tier. I was going to say, yeah, I was looking at Xerafen. He belongs in D tier. Probably above Lewintail because I use him more than I do Lewintail, but not by much. Right there. Carlota typically becomes a quest knight for me. I definitely use her in the beginning stages, but C tier knight, she belongs right here with Chantel, I think. A bit lower, because I'll use Chantel more. I definitely use Daffy more than Chantel. He goes up. Carmine's going to go lower, like right there. Kathleen and Clouk are siblings. Got you, got you. So we'll put him right next to her. I don't have strong opinions. He's like a level 5 bishop or 6 bishop. I can't remember. Not bishop. Priest. Where's Kathleen? I lost her. I lost her. What the hell? B tier, right? God damn it. Wait, did I place her? I didn't even place her. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Where does she belong? Arn has is high B to low A because he starts at level 10 and you get him earlier than the others. True. I don't know what the prerequisites are, but yes, I do remember using him quite a bit. And he does come over early. Where do I see him in this A tier list? Probably right there. Yeah. I like that spot for him. Sure. I see Buert a little bit higher. Kathleen. Let's place her. I don't have any strong opinions, guys, on Kathleen. Maybe next to Leonil? Like, right there? And then Clouk can go right underneath her? Siblings? You think they're both C tier? You mean Kathleen and Clouk? Okay. Do I see them going below any of these other knights? Most likely, yeah. I guess they're right next to Carmine, maybe Philo and Sophia. C tier, you guess? Okay. Yeah, we can put them here. I don't really use them. I use you. Yeah, we'd like this spot right there for them, maybe. Below Daffy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He has low rune power, though, so that's a setback. You mean Clouk does? Right here? Neville. He is a druid. Level 11? Is that correct? Yeah, level 11 druid, level 10. He can be a decent project knight, but I always end up getting him late But you can get him early, can't you? I remember getting him early sometimes. Isn't it an intelligence check? If that's the case, where would he go? I would put him above Rain, I think. I think he has really good intelligence, doesn't he? Does he belong with Jamfadar? Like right there, maybe? High B tier, mid B tier? Yeah, if you can get him early, then I'd say he definitely belongs in at least B tier. Balder. Balder is really good, isn't he? I've also gotten him early. He comes in at a level 10 sorcerer. Yes? We're almost done. High B tier? Low A with Belgar? Maybe? I think right there would be good. Yeah? Low A tier? I've used him quite a bit, actually, looking back. And then Shaluna. Haven't used her a ton. What's her start? Is she a cleric at the start? Or is she a lector? I think she's a cleric, isn't she? I do not remember. You guys happen to know? Like, I've never really used her. Maybe for a battle or two. Like, just to play around, but never built her. I don't know how she grows. I'm indifferent on this one. Shaluna is meh for me, but you get her early unless she joins another country, so maybe C to B. Okay. She's level 1 cleric. Oh, wow. So all the room for growth. Level 1. Okay. All right. That definitely warrants a B tier, I would say. I don't know her story, but I'll at least put her in B for Project Night. Maybe right next to Baleen, I would say. Or Rain. This seems right to me. Right there. Guys, did we do it? Oh my god. Look at this. It's 111 Rune Knights. Just for Grain Edition. And get ready for Runersia tier list on Saturday. My god. I gotta change the thumbnail to this VOD. We didn't play any Runersia tonight. I'm not about to start up right now. That was a lot, but I had a ton of fun. This is a great way to interact with the community. Love you guys very much for kicking back and chilling with me and deciding who deserves what spot. And it was pretty, you know, unanimous all the way through, I think. We agreed on a lot of spots here for these nights. And it is raining cats and dogs right now. Holy fuck. All right. Only 3.5 hours, time for a battle. Fuck that. I'm out. So we will raid though. So please stick around for the raid. But yeah, there it is. Get a good look. I will definitely be taking a screenshot of this later so you guys can see it for yourselves in Discord. If you are not a part of the Discord server, check the description on YouTube, or if you want to type out !Discord on Twitch, you can join it from there. So yeah, this was a pretty fun first stream. Oh, this was the first stream that you watched entirely. Really? That's amazing. So thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Hope to see you come back on the weekend. I usually stream every Saturday night, Sunday night, and Tuesday night, real life willing, and also content creation willing. So Brigandine Abyss is pretty hot right now, so I'm busy doing stuff like that. But yeah, it was good to see you guys. Let's go ahead and raid real quick. Just chatting, and my god, am I getting a tornado right now? Holy shit. All right, let's raid before I lose power. Before I lose power, quickly. Make it happen. Okay. Who's our target tonight, guys? Our target is definitely going to be Bunnytail. She's doing some retro Castlevania NES Day 3. Yo, I'm down for it. It looks like she is still going. She doesn't typically stream this late, but I don't get a chance to raid her hardly ever. So I'm definitely going over to Bunnytail's stream right now. Let's do it. Okay. I will definitely post her link into YouTube chat if you guys want to follow me over there. I'll be chilling over there until I crash. You guys are awesome, and I will see you on the weekend, okay? Take care. Bye.